Let's go.
Let's rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go, let's go.
Figgy Fig, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rockett, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go in the jacuzzi, smoking threats. I got my feet up. Cut them haters off, I told them beat it. I don't need you. Spent 50 racks in cash, but it's all good. I got my visa. This rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa. My ghetto, nine Keisha. I beat it like a creature. She always like my sneakers. These Jordan 5 pink aces. Let's go. I'm knocking them down, back to back in the row. He really the one.
But they already know.
So none of my chains go put on the show.
Giving up gins, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need it back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10-toe down on the pave. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Let's go. Gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters?
Oh, yeah.
Where the bitches at? Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
I'm ready to play all of my
some
drops,
family
man.
We some family men. We getting it paper.
Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days, they the old
days.
That's not how the game is played. You can't do that.
Did you get the where the bitches? That was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where the bitches at? Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
Oh, it's such a beautiful day.
Surprise, people. Long time no see. You thought it wouldn't happen again. You thought it was done. You thought it was over. You were half right. Now we are back at it, man. I don't think it's been a full year. No, it definitely hasn't, because I know
it's been 8 months.
Yeah, because I was looking and I saw it was the 1 year anniversary of Euphoria by Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I know we was podcasting then.
Oh yeah, we was going strong. That was like our peak.
Right? Yeah, it definitely was, man. I think in viewership and there, just that I could talk about that later, man. But that was such a crazy time in general.
It was, man. It was wild. We was doing like 2 podcasts a week.
Yes,
we had to stop what we doing and jump on.
Yeah, to react, the live reaction to Family Matters, and then Kendrick dropping the Meet the Grams like 30 minutes later. Yeah, and that was like deep into like a 3-hour podcast, man.
Yeah, man, that was wild, man. Man,
the good old days, but it's still the good old days. What's up? We see people in the chat. What's going on, man? Matthew Graves, it's about damn time. I've been waiting to hear if Fig and Rockett were going to bring it back. Let's go. Appreciate you being here, man. Of course, our boy Miguel Martinez said back from the dead. I thought Figgy got too big. He low-key, he really is, man. Like Figgy done got too famous. You see he done moved to fancier digs. He got a whole studio set up in the background. He got the game running in the background. He got jerseys with his name on it. He got a lounge. Me, I'm just here in this fucking. I gotta blur my background. Look, I'm a fucking in like a ISIS stronghold or something, man. It look like I'm in Afghanistan.
Hey, congratulations to you too, man. You upgraded a little bit too, man.
Yeah, I got a bigger place, man. It ain't much. The next move gonna be a house. I'm trying to get like you, big bro.
Big bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, man, we kind of took a hiatus because I was in the process of looking for a house, and man, when I tell you that shit was stressful, man, it was like constantly checking this place out, checking that place out. And it's like, oh, now we don't really care for this place. And then, not to mention, our lease was up in a couple months. So it's like we had to get to it, man. So it was tough, man. So I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be able to. I can't really pod pod until I get everything together. And then once I got the house, I'm like, man, I got to get the studio together in my crib because I ain't trying to do the podcast at work.
Yeah.
And then I stay further now, so I'm like, I ain't about to be up there all day. So it worked out pretty good, man.
Yeah, no, it definitely did, man. Just takes a while sometimes. You got to upgrade, and it takes a while to. Plus, I know you were busy. I was busy at the time doing football stuff too. It was like Friday was my only day I could relax, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just got real busy, man.
And not to mention, shoot, we had a new show. It was a new show.
Yeah.
Remember, we didn't even hire or start the new show yet.
Yep.
It was a lot going on, but it's starting to. I'm glad to get back to this, man.
Me too, man.
On the podcast.
Me too, man. I've been thinking like I thought after a while I would be kind of over it, but honestly, like almost every week at some point I'll be like, man, I wonder what Figgy think about this shit going on right now. Like it's too much fuckery going on right now, man. I was like, I gotta hit up Figgy, see what he thinks about this. It'd be good for the podcast.
Yeah, what's crazy is we don't even have a rundown, man. We just gonna talk about everything that happened or try to bring up everything that happened. It's been a lot, man. I think the last time we did this podcast, man, the election wasn't even around.
Nah, the Texans, I think their season had just started, maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know if it started yet, to be honest.
Yeah, it might have been, but even before that. But Miguel, he's talking about the new look in the loop with Reggie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out to my boy Reggie, man.
Yep. I met him at your housewarming. By the way, you threw a housewarming party. I came through.
Yeah.
Had a good time. Met Reggie for the first time. He's a good dude, man. So
yeah. Nah, we've been enjoying the show a lot, man. He's doing this thing. I feel like we starting to gel a lot, man. I think we gel really well for the first time when he started doing the show, and that's rare, man, because usually it take a couple months for people to get used to each other, especially if you don't know each other and you doing the show for the first time.
Yeah.
But we was kind of clicking pretty fast, man. So the show is going really well, man. He's doing a good job. I feel like everybody in the groove now.
Yeah, he's a good dude too, man. Very intelligent. So yeah, maybe we have him on the show one day. You get some free time. But yeah, man, it's been very busy, but we are back at it, doing our best to just chop it up with y'all, man. See how y'all feeling. Michael Garcia on Facebook said, damn, I missed the podcast. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate
it, man. It was only like a couple people that was asking about it. I'm thinking like, man, maybe.
A few people, I was at work, I think during the Texans season, and Austin hit me up. You know Austin, right? At 6'10". He hit me up and he was like, man, I was really like, it really shocked me because I didn't even think he listened to the podcast, man. But he hit me up and he was like, man, you know, you guys were one of the first ones to really do the podcast like that. And a lot of people came out, like not like the first person ever, but you know what I mean? Like in Houston doing the whole thing. And he was like, I really miss it. I hope you guys can get back at it. I'm like, yeah, one day we're going to get back to it, man. So I do appreciate people who reached out, people who just thought about the podcast in passing. Even if you didn't say anything, you're like, damn, what happened to Rockett and Figgy?
Yeah.
So we appreciate that, man. We appreciate the love. Michael says, I'm a mailman and it helps me get through these Saturdays. Yeah, that helps a lot to listen to a podcast when you're doing some work and just have nothing else. Like, especially
our shit. We be like 3-4 hours, man. It's nothing like a good old 4-hour podcast. We were like, man, this about to help me halfway through my day.
No, for real. That's halfway. That's pretty much through a whole shift, man. So yeah. Miguel bringing up some drama. I haven't listened to 6'10" since Landry. I'm still mad at the decision. Man, honestly,
I thought you ain't care for Landry like that. You always bring him up in a bad way, man.
You were always shitting on Landry. Miguel, what happened, man? See, this is the problem with y'all, man. Y'all be shitting on hosts and y'all be giving them bad PR, bad looks on social media. Then when they leave, like, oh, what happened? Like, dog, you part of the problem. You think they bosses ain't on social media looking at the people who say shit about the hosts and using that? I'm not saying that's why people get let go or whatever, but you think people don't notice these things, man? Like, you can't.
Nah, but the show is going really good, man. You missing out, Miguel. And I think the best part is I actually got my own segment. They gave me
it's
my
a
own
good
segment.
one.
Yeah, it's called Figgy's Mixtape every day at 1:20. And I'll be doing my thing on there, man. So you got check it out one time.
Yeah, I like your segment, man. I'm usually always in the car because I'm getting lunch or something. So I always seem to hit the mixtape when it comes on. I'm like, hell yeah, Figgy. Yeah, it's a good show, man. You like Figgy said, you missing out if you're not listening to it right now, man. It's a good, thoughtful takes from John and Reggie and Figgy doing his thing. So yeah, if y'all ain't checking out, you should be.
Yeah.
that dog, I'm not gonna lie, Michael, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up first. The biggest.
We got to talk about what everybody wants us to talk about.
Yes. Now a lot has happened. I mean, there was an election. There was a Texans season that came and went. There was a Houston Cougars season that came and went. There was a Rockett season that's on the brink, but still there technically.
They played tonight too, so I'll keep y'all updated with the score.
I'll be tapping in on Stream Eats because I ain't got TNT, so I gotta hit up the illegal stream. But there was so many other things. Jay-Z got in trouble. Diddy got arrested. TK was sentenced again. A lot happened, but the most important thing we gotta discuss is 100 men versus a gorilla. Who wins?
Look, I ain't gonna be. I'm not mad at the discussion at all. I thought it was kind of cool talking about something like this instead of some BS type of stuff. But look, I don't care what y'all say, man. You ain't beating no gorilla, man. If you seen the profile of a silverback gorilla, their profile is 6'5", about two. No, not even two. About what, 500, 600 pounds. I don't care how many people you get, man. That's gonna be tough.
I always said, like, the only way humans have a chance is if you get the best of us. You know, like the most fit, the most athletic, the best fighters. If it's 100 of like random people, or even worse, just Americans, like there's no way, man. Have you seen the average person on the street? Ain't no way, 100 random people are going to be athletic enough to do anything against a gorilla, man. Come on now.
Yeah, man. I put it this way. I think 3 people coming out alive.
People who ran.
Yeah, people who ran or just got their arm tore off, and that's it.
You know what's really annoying to me, though, man? I already know somebody's going to turn this into like a real life TV show or like a drama movie or something. Some brand is going to ruin it, because I can tell somebody's going to really make a 100 Men versus a Gorilla TV show. I'll bet it's going to come out in the next few months.
Yeah, the funny part about all of this, though, man, it started from a regular tweet. It was just some dude like, hey, I think 100 niggas could take one gorilla, and they just got to put their mind to it. And that just took that was all on ESPN and everything, man. I'm like, man, this is only some dude type talk too, some barbershop type talk. And I was getting a little irritated with people being literally about it, like, oh, technically they can't do it, and this is what you guys talk about. It's just like, man, lean into it, man. Have fun with it. Just look at the jokes and keep going.
Mm-hmm. People always take it too far. I saw toxic masculinity get used in it too. Like, why are you men always trying to pick a fight with nature and things like that? I'm like, man, y'all don't shut the hell up. You always got to ruin fun with stuff like that.
Did you see? It's funny because this topic made that Patricia O'Neal clip go kind of go viral.
Yeah, yes, one of my favorite clips from him talking about how
smash a girl with no nose.
How women can't do hypotheticals, man. Now, honestly, that's true, because they always get too deep. And somebody in the comments brought up something like they can do hypotheticals, but it's a hypothetical where if you answer wrong, their feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, would you love me if I was missing a leg or something like that? Or if I couldn't walk?
Yeah. Or would you leave me for my friend?
Yeah. It's always something like that.
When if I die and my friend come on to you, would you date my friend? It just be like some stuff that could really happen in real life. Like, we trying to have some fun.
exists. Yeah, so always got to be something that their feelings could get hurt if you don't answer wrong. But this is just hypothetical dumb shit that we're great at doing.
Yeah.
Matthew on YouTube said 100 pissed off Brian Cushings. I'll take that bet. Yeah, get Brian Cushing with the suspension, PED suspension, bleeding head. I'll take that. I'll
Brian
take
Cushing
that.
on PDs, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take PED gassed up Brian Cushings for sure. But the normal average guy, nah, no chance, man. So shit, where should we start? Let's just start music like we usually used to do, man. A lot has dropped. You know, we had a new Playboy Cardi album. We had I don't know what Kanye's doing, man. I think he dropped Donda 2 officially, but I think it might have get taken down already.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing, but there's been other music that has dropped. Have you listened to anything recently, man?
Not really, man. So the one thing I did want to bring up on this podcast, we didn't get a chance to talk about it because it wasn't out then. But the one album I really enjoyed from an old dude was have you heard that LL Cool J album?
I haven't yet. I keep meaning to listen to it, but it just never hadn't popped up.
It was a really good album, man. I thought it was pretty good because I think we kind of looked at the track list and we were just kind of like, And I think he had a song on there with Sweetie. And I'm just like, man, it's probably some bullshit. But actually, that song with Sweetie is a dope song. It's probably one of my favorite songs on there, man. I feel like LL Cool J had a surprise good album for an old rapper. I thought it was good. I felt like the production on there was pretty good. Yeah, check it out. Now, the one album I was kind of pissed off. I knew I shouldn't have got myself hyped over this album. I really wasn't hyped, but Will Smith.
I knew you were gonna say that, man. I was
sitting here like because on the press run he was doing, I'm thinking like, okay, he about to be on some shit now. Man, I listened to the album. I'm like, what in the hell is this? Sound like a have you ever heard the soundtrack with the actual scenes and cut scenes in the soundtrack?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounded like, man. And I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, man, this is the worst album. And I've been defending Will Smith on this podcast for a little bit. I'm like, man, he might have to drop. He might be ranked where he deserved to be at this point because that was some bullshit.
Low key, in general, I don't like this whole return to the culture thing that Will Smith is doing after he got banned from 10 years from the Oscars.
Yeah.
I feel like he suddenly, after how many years did he have to drop an album, man? At one point, he was hot. And he just said, fuck it, I'm going full Hollywood. And now he want to pop up on $1 Million Worth of Game with Gillian Wallow. Now he want to do the Lyrical Lemonade freestyles. Now he want to drop a rap album. Now he want to kind of return to hip hop. I'm like, why are you really doing this, man? Is it really because you feel like rapping again, or do you feel like this is the only avenue left after white America has kind of thrown you to the bushes?
Yeah.
For the slap, man. So I don't know. I'm kind of, I feel certain ways about it. I don't think it's all genuine about him just wanting to come back to the culture. I think he sees this as the only chance for him to get some kind of relevancy right now.
Yeah, and why would you want to go like, dog? It seemed like people that started off in music and they go so far away from music, they never really go back.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to come back to do a rap album, man? Like, what sense do that make? Like, where's the money at in that? Because we know ain't a lot of rap money. So, like, what was the purpose of doing that? And the only reason I can think of is to get back into people like me and you, our graces, and try to get back on the black people side. And it's just like, man, people feel the way they feel about you already, man. Like, you putting out a rap album ain't gonna do nothing but possibly make it work.
Yeah, nah, I think, and also the revisionist history of Will Smith and his albums, as far as how we thought about him. Let's be honest, man. When he stopped being the Fresh Prince, that's when black people stopped fucking with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man. Everybody's acting like he's this legendary rapper. Yeah, he was one of the first ones to really make it super mainstream.
Yeah.
But
and see, that was the thing that got him. Like, he was like early on to it. because shoot, you can make an argument that even this early stuff is kind of like I don't know.
Very basic.
Yeah, like I don't know. Even back then, I don't know if it was a lot of people that was inspired by Will Smith or trying to do what Will Smith did. Like I felt like he was kind of one of the first to the punch type thing.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Even like some of the Fresh Prince stuff, it was cool and creative at that time. But I don't even know if people going to that right now.
No, Summertime is the only joint, man. Summertime is the only joint that still gets played by black people. When he went to that Wild Wild West, getting jiggy with it era, that's when we all thought he was corny as hell, man.
Yeah.
None of us was bumping them albums. I remember I was there. I had a friend who had Will Smith albums. I made fun of him. Okay, like Will Smith was not bumping like that in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, and I just remember like that like songs coming on at like a little party or get together type thing. It's like, man, ain't nobody trying to listen to Will Smith. When he said, I got a cigar, I don't light it. I'm just
yeah, he made a big deal about being a clean rapper too, man.
Yeah.
Now he's cussing and shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All that time you was bragging about how you sold this many albums and got so many awards and didn't have to cuss.
Yeah.
Now you cussing.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you a hypocrite. So yeah, man. Shit. Where else we go? Oh yeah, I got to tap in with you about. Let's get to sports, man. And the other thing we're kind of known for in some regard. I did not pay attention to the NFL draft. Oh yeah, but there was an important development over our break in the hiatus of the podcast. Racism ended and started again. Okay, we conquered racism when Beyonce finally won Album of the Year.
Oh yeah.
But it was taken away when Shedeur Sanders went in the 5th round. So racism went away and was reintroduced back to America. Yes.
Racism is bike.
Yes. It don't matter that there was a black quarterback taken number 1 overall. It don't matter that the draft is like still 90% black people. What matters is that Shedeur Sanders, the son of Deion Sanders, who grew up wealthy and doesn't even need to play football, went in the 5th round. This is one of the worst things that ever happened in black history. Okay.
Hey, you see Mel Kiper was losing his shit. He said, man, these NFL GMs don't know how to scout quarterbacks.
It was rough, man. We'll get to that in a minute, but I have to tap in with you about the Texans draft, man, because once I saw they was trading out the 1st round, I kind of tuned out. I'm like, I'm not going to know anybody they're drafting at this point. So recap it for me, man, and the audience who maybe if they weren't paying full attention like I wasn't. How was the Texans draft? Who did they take? And was it good by your view?
Yeah, so just kind of the full story. So I think a lot of people were looking for the Texans to draft offensive lineman in the 1st round. And a little backstory on that is they traded Laramie Tunsil, who was their number 1 offensive tackle on the team. So they traded him. And so we all thought they was probably going to get an offensive lineman or maybe a receiver. But apparently they, all the people they wanted were gone by 25. And so what they did was trade out of it and got more picks. So they ended up picking, I want to say, number 2 in round 2. And that's when they got a receiver by the name of Jaden Higgins.
Okay.
Heard is pretty good, 6'4", and they said his comp was Nico Collins.
Okay.
So however you feel about that, just imagine having 2 Nico Collins on the team. So overall, man, I think they had a pretty good draft. I gave them a B+ on their draft because they did get a lot of weapons, but the only thing is I want to say they got 1 offensive lineman. And they got him later in the 2nd round. I want to say either 2nd or 3rd.
Okay.
But Yeah, they still got some questions on the old line. I'm not sure I'm not sure how good these guys are because they didn't get anybody that blow your skirt up or anything. They just got some. It seemed like some average offensive linemen. They got a new offensive coordinator. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but as far as the draft overall, I gave them a B plus. I thought it was a solid draft.
Okay. I'm feeling confident. If you feel confident about it, man. Matthew on YouTube says, I'm okay with the trade out, but I feel bad for those at the draft party that got rained out and then the Texans didn't do anything in round 1. Yeah, I was thinking about this, man. Let's be real. It's a good thing to have a boring draft as an NFL team. Okay, because that means your team is pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be, I'm happy that it sucks if you go to a draft party and there's your team doesn't draft in the first round. But I think a draft party is really just for your friends to get fucked up, and it kind of feels like football is back for one night,
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing to have a boring draft as a team because that means that your team is already pretty good. You're just trying to fill in some pieces. Yeah. Now, if you're really excited about a draft, that means you're probably missing a quarterback and need one desperately, or need some big like a running back or some huge weapons that will immediately help you. The Texans aren't there anymore, man. We got offensively, we got a solid core. We just need, like you said, the O-line. We need some more wide receiver help, of course. But I mean, we got our quarterback. That's really the main thing that matters right now in the NFL, man. So, yeah, I get it, but it's also a good thing and a good spot to be in where you're not drafting in the first round because your team's already pretty good.
Yeah, and I was at this draft party too, and it started storming like crazy to the point they had to move the broadcast inside.
Oh damn!
But I think to me, look, I agree with you. I think it's very good that if your team is picking, after pick 25, that's a good thing because y'all had a good season. And I think, man, I think the Houston Texans organization were kind of used to picking a little higher, and so they would throw these draft parties, which was cool because you pick in top 5 and you can kind of wait around and you get the best players and all that stuff. But I think if you picking after if you picking in the 20s, me personally, I don't think you should have like a big draft party, man. You should do something smaller. Man. No, like the draft party started around 6. I guess they were planning on picking at 25, which was going to be sometime after 9:45, after 10. It was going to be very late like that. So you're going to have people out there from 6 to 10 or 6 to close to 11. Man, and then they did all that to trade out. So we were just sitting there all that time, and then they ended up trading out. And so now it's like, all right, go home. Like, I think if you picking that late, man, you shouldn't even have a draft party. You could do something smaller, maybe at a restaurant or a bar or something like that. But being downtown like that, and then it just sucked that they traded out like that. And it's like, damn, we were sitting there waiting on the pick. Mm-hmm. Now we going home with nothing. Like, we ain't got nobody. So I think they're a good enough team where they don't necessarily need a draft party.
Yeah. But I mean, it is good to have a look. This kind of just shows how much people miss football in general, man. We find any excuse. People have parties for a preseason game. Like the first people get excited about that shit. The first preseason game, I'm like, it's preseason, man. But people still get excited like it's a real NFL game. Like they're just happy football is back.
Man, they got minicamp going on. I want to say next week, and minicamp ain't. You ain't hitting nobody, and you literally just seeing the rookies out there. And we about to be tapped into that. It's just like, man, it don't really matter, man. But just any type of football is cool.
You get so thirsty for football, man. You just want it back so bad. Nobody cares about spring training that much. Nobody cares about NBA preseason at all. But football, man, any trickle of NFL action, people are in there. It don't matter what it is.
Schedule release. Everybody be tapped in on the schedule release.
Yep. Yeah, that's these teams doing these stupid ass videos. That's gonna gotten corny, by the way. Enough of these damn rollout videos of the schedule. Just give me the damn schedule, all right? I don't want to watch no 3-minute video on Twitter to see all the teams.
With a
Just
bunch of bad
put it
athletes.
out. Yeah. Like enough of the memes. Just give me the schedule, man. Don't be cute. This cute stuff done went too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt says, I agree with you, Rocket. Next year, they need to make it more like a giant tailgate. We'll pick who we want to pick, but let's just get loose and party. Yeah, man, just have a party, have fun, laugh at the teams who are taking people that you think are not good. But yeah, if you're a good team and you did pretty well the previous season, there's no real reason to get excited about the draft in general for your team. You just want them to, you just hope their picks work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. In other sports news, like we said, the Rockets are still in it.
Yeah.
There are rumors of Giannis leaving the Bucks. There are people pitching Giannis to the Rockets. There are people pitching Kevin Durant to the Rockets. Figgy, I know you've been tapped into the NBA this year. What are your thoughts on that? Do you want to see one of these superstars in Houston? And do you think it's worth giving up a Segun or a Jalen who people have turned on again?
Man, this is the most I ever seen people turn on him right now, by the way.
Yeah.
In this playoffs, it was the last playoff game where I think he only had 11. I seen some of the shout out to my dude Walker, my dude Kevin Walker, Beltway boys. He was just like, yeah, that's it. And that was a Jalen Green stand, man. He was holding Jalen Green down for years. And now he's just like, man, he probably ain't gonna be here next year. I'm like, damn, they got you. They done broke you, man.
Yeah, man. It is different when it's in the playoffs on national TV.
Yeah,
that's the thing, man. It's one thing if you have an off season, and then the sidebar, this season just proves that the NBA regular season is just doesn't matter because we just saw the Lakers get bounced in 5 games versus the Timberwolves as a 3 seed. Now we see the Rockets hanging on for dear life, trying to pull this one out and even it up tonight, but it's still rough, man. So yeah, it's tough to look at the regular season and say your team got this many wins and then they flame out so early in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the question, Figgy. Do you want to see any Giannis or Kevin Durant or anybody of that caliber on the Rockets next year?
I would love to see Kevin Durant. Like I think Kevin Durant might be the missing piece because they need somebody that can score, man. That's the only thing they don't have. Like they got Shagun, who's really good, but they don't really have that person who can close a game. Or it's like right now, who are you getting the ball to when it's crunch time? Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect. Like Shagun, I think he's good, but I don't know if he's like Jokic, where you just give him the ball and he go to work. I don't think they have anybody like that. I think we all thought Jalen Green was going to be that, but clearly he's not that. So I think, and I know a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, he's only 23, he's young," and man, you got to figure out something now, man. You can't just wait on him and say, "Oh, he's young and it'll come around." You got to go now because you the second seed. You got, now that window is open right now, so you got to take advantage of that. So I don't really care about bringing Giannis here. Like I don't know how that'll work out, but I'm definitely down with KD. I think that'd be cheaper too, since he's a little older.
Yeah, I'd rather have Durant, but also I low key feel like he is cursed. He has to. The basketball guys are making him pay for going to Golden State and stealing those championships and final MVPs. Everywhere he's gone on loaded teams and flamed out, man.
Yeah, then
like, he gets to the conference finals.
Yeah, I've been missing the playoffs. And getting out in the first round, that type of stuff. Yeah, it's not looking good at all for him.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Part of me, I'm not superstitious like that, but I feel like he's kind of cursed. And Giannis is a great player. I was watching some of the highlights in that Bucks series, and he was balling out. But I just don't like Giannis, man. The Rockets have had enough players I hate on our team. I didn't like Fred VanVleet, really, I did not like Dylan Brooks. I did not. Westbrook, we had to act like we liked this motherfucker for a season. Like, the Rockets keep bringing in these players I just don't like. And Giannis, I just don't like him really, man. So I would rather not see it, but I mean, he's a baller, one of the best in the game. So I wouldn't be fully against it. I just don't like him.
How did you feel about him stepping up to old boy's dad?
That was hilarious. We got to talk about Stephen A. Smith and LeBron too. Make a mental note of that. Yeah. But yeah, that was crazy, man. And people defending it, and people, it was wild that he was even on the court. Period. Yeah. The NBA Adam Silver just be letting anything happen in the NBA, man. Really, imagine somebody's player in the NFL stepping to Patrick Mahomes after a game.
Yeah.
And getting all up in his face, man. The NFL, they would shoot. They would assassinate that dude before he even got within like 20 feet of Patrick Mahomes, man. Yeah. And the NBA just be letting people just walk up. Shannon Sharp get into it with people on the sideline and all that. Like, they just let anything happen on the court. I'm surprised there hasn't been a second mouse in the palace. Yeah. They just seem to let everybody do whatever on the court, man. So
yeah, they're gonna mess around. They're gonna mess around, have to be in the be looking like the NHL. Had to put
put a whole gate, a chain link fence like it's prison. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So that was ridiculous. They did the right thing about banning that dude from the foreseeable future, because that was insane. You can't be having that shit, man. Yeah. But yeah, TJ on X, Twitter, says, y'all back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Good to see you, bro. Matt on YouTube says, Durant, yes. Giannis, maybe. I feel the same way, man. I'd rather not have Giannis, but he could help the team, so I can't be against it.
Yeah.
TJ said, Dad, about to catch them paws. Yeah, I'm surprised. These new NBA players just don't fight, though, man. That's what I've noticed. They really don't.
And then listening to Giannis after the game, where he gave like a 4-minute. He's talking.
My dad, when he came from Nigeria, and I was scared of getting deported, I never acted like that. He was so humble. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I was sitting there. He probably, you see, after he was talking to his dad, there was another player came up too, and he just grabbed his neck.
Yep.
I'm just trying to imagine how he sounded. What was he saying?
That's the thing, too. I think Giannis be fake as hell, dog. I think he talks a lot of shit, but when he gets on the microphone, do you know in the sitcoms when there's like a cute moment and the audience goes, oh, they play the little sound effect, from the crowd. That's what I imagine goes through Giannis's head when he talks on the post-game shows, man. Everything got to be some cute little dad joke or a cute little story from when he was a kid or some shit like that. Yeah. But then he get on the court and he acts like an asshole, man. He be cussing people out. That whole thing with the dude taking down the net when he was trying to shoot free throws. He was trying to take the ladder away and talking shit to that guy.
Yeah.
But when he gets in front of the camera, he's all, adorable.
Yeah. Remember trying to take the ball when he scored. Remember that situation?
Yeah. So he's one of them two-faced players, man. I'd rather him just be mean all the time than try to put on this little fake fuzzy act for the cameras. But
yeah, it sounded like he straight out of Wakanda, man.
Yep. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't really want on the Rockets, but if it happens, it happens. Other news. Speaking of Shannon Sharp, we got to bring this up too, man. Damn, a lot happened. I don't think about this just now, man. Shannon Sharp. Our Summer Jam screen has gotten huge lately in our hiatus, of course. We had Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy, get arrested. He's been charged. I think his trial is still awaiting. TJ said, Fig, love the studio. Yeah, that shit's clean, man.
Appreciate it, man. I worked hard on this, man. It was a long time waiting.
Yep. A lot of grinding, man. A lot of grinding. Shannon Sharp, now the whole thing, man. Diddy got arrested. Jay, that came after Jay. Tony Busby came after Jay. The wrong one.
Hey, Tony Busby going to work. He was pretty much in the whole Jay-Z thing and the Diddy thing. He tried to get into that, and then now he caught on to another sucker, which is Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I think the ease of the Deshaun Watson stuff really gassed him up, man. Because I
100.
feel like
Yeah.
Deshaun, even I'm sure. Look, I don't know what happened with Deshaun, but at some point he just wanted all that to go away. He didn't want to fight it. So he settled all the cases.
Yeah.
I think Tony Busby was like, "Damn, it's easy to get these Negroes to give us some money."
I think with that too, man, Deshaun Watson played this so poorly
Yes.
where he didn't look good at all, and it was looking really bad for him. And he eventually he was just like, nope, let's just settle it out so I can move on with my life.
Exactly. Plus, there were some more cases that came out when he was in the middle of the NFL season. You know, he didn't want that and have to answer those questions. So, of course, he just paid the $5.
Yeah.
He said, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
And so Tony Busby, I think, has been gassed up because now he's going after several other black celebrities. I saw Drewski got hit by, I don't know if it was Tony Busby or not, but I saw Drewski got hit by some allegation from a time when he wasn't even known or famous or had any money.
Yeah.
And they went after Jay. They said Jay supposedly, allegedly raped some, I don't know, girl.
13-year-old.
Yeah, at the VMA after party or something with Diddy.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is how I know that people just hate people. Because if you read the allegation, it sounds like some shit out of a book or something. You know, it sounds like one of them little sexy erotic novel type things that women read. It didn't sound like something that would happen in real life, man, especially with celebrities as known as Jay-Z and Diddy.
Yeah.
But that somehow actually made it through. Tony Busby tried to force it. She did an interview on TV where she sounded like she had mental issues.
Yeah.
Nobody corroborated her story. Her dad said, who supposedly drove her home from that incident, said he don't remember anything like that happening. So nobody could corroborate her story. And it eventually got dismissed. And now Jay-Z's still suing Tony Busby over it.
Yeah, and you ain't even mentioned this part. Jay-Z said, I got time for this.
Yes, he released a long statement which had no editing, obviously, because it sounded kind of insane.
Yeah.
He called himself a young black man at 60 years old, which I think. So I don't. Obviously, he had no editing or no kind of supervision. He just put that out there because he was mad.
Yeah.
But he's fighting back, man. He's fighting back. But there was another case that doesn't look too good, man. The Shannon Sharp with this now 22-year-old who I think he met when she was 19.
Yeah.
Was involved in some BDSM freaky kink play where it got very, very odd. Some texts were released that made him look insane. some of the race play stuff they were doing, it just looked nasty all around, man.
Yeah.
Now they've announced, I think Shannon Sharp said himself that he's going to be off ESPN. He says he'll be back from in time for the NFL season, but Stephen A. Smith went on his show and said he doesn't know if Shannon Sharp will ever be back.
Yeah.
Because the allegations are kind of nasty, and now other stuff is coming up from his past. I didn't know all this stuff happened. He got everywhere he's been, he's had some kind of allegation.
Yeah.
Everywhere. CBS, he got fired. FS1 was an allegation, but that got pushed. They didn't even make that public until recently.
Yeah. Speaking of this, wait, real quick, put a pin in this too. The Joy Taylor.
Yeah, we got to talk about that too. Man.
Joy Taylor. He came out clean throughout that situation.
Yeah.
I think everybody popped up, Skip and all these other people popped up, but he was clean, but he was also quiet with it too.
Yeah, but then again, that was a Latina. Maybe if she was a I think Shannon Sharp only play in the snow, as they say. So maybe I don't know, man. TJ said, bro, been here before. Yeah, man, that's what makes it look tough, because if it was just one woman that he was messing with, but now it looks like a pattern of behavior of him being a degenerate.
Yeah.
So he's still on his show with Chad Ochocinco, the Nightcap show. I don't know if he's still doing his other club Shay Shay. I don't know if he's doing that still. I haven't checked, but I think he has that independently owned. So I'm sure it's still going.
Yeah.
But Figgy, how do you feel about the Shannon Sharp allegations? And do you think he'll be back with ESPN or any major platform like that anytime soon?
I don't know if he's gonna be back pretty soon, man, because it seemed like it seemed like he tried to do the opposite of what everybody else did, especially when it comes to Tony Busby, and just don't say anything and just let the lawyer do all the talking. It seemed like he just jumped out of there too. He was trying to fight fire with fire. And I could be a bit of a hypocrite because, you know, whenever somebody get accused of something, I'll be like, man, if you ain't do it, you need to prove it. Tell them you ain't do it. But it seemed like he was trying to do that, but it didn't look good for him, man. Like, he put out the text messages, and it's just like, see, I never did this. She was part of it. But this is like, dog, what are you doing? Like, we reading your shit too. And this don't look good at all, even if you didn't do it. And it kind of exposed him a little bit what type of kinky stuff he's into. And yeah, I just don't know if he, like I said, I might be a hypocrite, but I'm like, I don't know if he should have just went out and posted all this stuff. He should have just said, let me get that lawyer Jay-Z had, or let me try to get somebody else. I'm not about to put all this stuff out. And he was just like doing videos and saying, I apologize. You know, I'm getting through. It seemed like he was doing way too much talking, man, where none of it looked good to me. And yeah, I think he gonna end up paying something, man, because at the end of it, though, I just don't think he gonna come out cleanly. I think Jay-Z is probably the only one that's gonna come out clean on this. But Shannon, I think he gonna end up settling something, man, because this stuff is gonna get messy, and eventually you're gonna want to just make all this stuff go away so you can keep on. So because you losing money, man. And I just don't know. I don't know if he's gonna get back on ESPN right now, man. Like, not anytime soon. And I mean, at least he got the club Shay Shay and all that stuff. Maybe he could keep doing that. But as far as being on ESPN First Take, I just don't see them allowing him to be on there like that.
Yeah, you got to remember that they fired Michael Irvin for way less than this. It was an incident that was caught on tape that he proved was false, that she was lying, and they still let him go, and they didn't bring him back. He went to FS1. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to be back on any kind of Disney platform anytime soon, man. It looks too bad. Like you said, the stuff he released to a normal person just looks crazy.
Yeah.
All right. And apparently he did try to settle for $10 million, but she rejected that. And he didn't have her sign an NDA. So basically, what he's trying to argue is that he didn't try to take it, but he was in a relationship where he wanted to play like he was taking it. And so, like, how are we supposed to defend that, man? Are we supposed to be like, well, we get it?
Yeah.
Normal people are not into this kind of thing, man. So either way, it makes him look like a freak.
Yeah,
and
it makes you look bad. Like, what kind of dude are you?
Yeah. So it's this whole appeal. He went the whole attack on black men. And yeah, you could say Tony Busby. It's weird that Tony Busby seems to only be bringing cases against black people at this point, famous black people at this point. But this one,
Justin Tucker.
Yes,
Justin Tucker. He ain't do nothing about Justin Tucker.
Yeah, he's going after the easy targets, and I think I don't know, but yeah, this it looks nasty, man. He's just gonna have to pay whatever. He can't talk his way out of this one. Matt on YouTube said, "Damn, Unc, didn't know about the accusations everywhere else he'd been." Yeah, he has a long list, man, and it says a lot that he was able to rebrand himself to where we forgot about all that.
Yeah,
but I forgot he got fired from CBS, man. But he's had second chance after second chance, and he's always seems to find himself in this kind of situation, man. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
TJ said, Sharp always talk about what players supposed to be doing. He ain't follow his own advice. Yeah, he's 56 years old, man. to an extent, look, I don't know what Deshaun did or didn't do, but at least you can say he is a young man in his early 20s and just didn't know what he was doing or how he should be moving. Shannon Sharp is 56. I think close to 60 years old, man. And he's moving like this very sloppily and putting his whole career. No, I don't care what the context is. You should not be on the phone with anybody saying, I'm going to choke the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You should never. People are saying, oh, she set him up. She set him up. Man.
How can you prove that?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a recording saying, hey, I want you to say this. Like, how can you prove that?
You should never, under any circumstance, say that on the phone, especially if you're a prominent, rich black person to a white girl. You should never say that on the phone, man. So it's hard for me. I can't defend him in this case. You know, I usually try to look at both sides, but I really can't. He should have had her sign an NDA if he's really into this, but she didn't, and he still messed with her.
Yeah.
So it's all his fault, man. If he gets his pockets run, yeah, charge that to the game at this point, because I can't defend it.
And I think the troubling part is this wasn't like 15 years ago where now he's a changed man and he's not into that type of. This was like years ago, man.
Yeah, couple years ago, man.
Yeah, like this is like, dog. This was around the time, around the Deshaun Watson stuff, or even after it. And dog, you still out here doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, man. Like, if you ain't see all of these other players, like, you know who Tony Busby is, man. Yep. Like, seeing that, I would have been like, you know what? I need to chill out. I need to I'm gonna get some NDAs. I don't think you should be doing that type of stuff anyway. But after seeing how Deshaun Watson got, you know, like he got drugged through the mud and all that stuff, which maybe he should be. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe he should be, but seeing that, I would be like, nah, I need to chill out. Like, I ain't trying to let that guy do that to me.
Exactly. And I feel like this is how I feel about it. It's like, if you give somebody, let's say you got a G-Wagon and give your keys to somebody and say, can you hold these keys to my G-Wagon while I go somewhere for about an hour? You come back, the car's stolen. You can call the police. They can make an incident report, but at the end of the day, they're going to ask you, why'd you give your keys to a stranger? Yeah. What do you think was going to happen, man? So this is the same thing for me. Even if he didn't do what he's alleged to have done, you gave somebody the keys to run your pockets, and they did. Yeah. So it's really your fault at the end of the day. You didn't move smarter. You're old enough. There's no excuse at this point. You've been famous for a long time, and you know what comes with it. So I feel no pity. This whole appealing to, look, black people got real problems right now, man. We can't be defending this bullshit. We can't be defending Shador Sanders. All right, we got real issues right now. All right, I don't care about any of this. These two are gonna be all right. They still rich at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, it's crazy.
You did mention Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor, I think. Oh, Matt on YouTube says that's the craziest part. The whole Watson-ish was going down, and what was Unc thinking? I'll stay over here, and they won't see me.
Yeah, that's like if you doing something you know you ain't supposed to be doing, and somebody else get busted for the same thing you doing, you're gonna be like, oh, I need to chill out. Like, oh, the block is hot. Like, I need to tighten up on some things. I ain't trying to let that happen to me. But he was, and I know he had some takes about Deshaun Watson and the way he's moving. So, dog, you over here ain't practicing what you preaching.
100%, man. That's why I really can't feel sorry for him no matter what happens. Now, his stylist, which people had conspiracy theories about back in the day, it wasn't that long ago. But
you actually brought this up on the podcast.
Yeah, his stylist was somebody who he had a very close bond to, an unbreakable bond, as he said. He was taking this man to courtside Lakers games all the time. I never saw him. He has daughters, by the way. I never seen him with his daughters at courtside. I always see him with his stylist. It seemed to go everywhere with them. But now I think his stylist is speaking out, and he was saying something like, see, you never saw these things when I was with him or connected with him. So maybe it wasn't no freaky thing with the Hollywood Muggler guy. Maybe he was a cleanup man
Okay.
Maybe he was the wolf from Pulp Fiction. Maybe he was a guy who cleaned stuff up and made sure maybe he would text the hoes and not Shannon, and it would be like a 6 degree of separation type thing, man. So maybe he was the guy who made all this clean, and after he left, Shannon Sharp said I could do it on my own, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility too. I don't know. But anyway, Joy Taylor, we got to talk about her as well. She got some allegations from her former hairstylist at FS1, who alleged that she basically, I think the allegation was against Skip.
Yeah, it was against Skip and some type of program manager or whoever, president of
executive
FS1
guy who just stepped down, by the way. And I think they all settled with this lady. But allegedly she was offered sexual favors, or I think Skip said he would pay her several $1 million to be in some kind of little freaky relationship or something like that. And Joy Taylor's name got mentioned because apparently she told this lady that she would, slept her way to the top. And if something happened where she would get in trouble, she would claim that he forced her into it.
Yeah.
Put an allegation on his name. So that got people all upset. She disappeared from TV for a while. Then she came back and has not mentioned it at all.
Yeah.
They did settle. I would imagine she's going to leave after her contract is up. And Skip is already done on TV, so it didn't really affect him at all. He's kind of irrelevant now at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Joy Taylor, who famously talked about how hard she worked and how hard she had to grind, and it wasn't all because of her NFL playing brother.
Yeah.
It wasn't all because of her looks. She worked hard. She did internships for free.
Yeah, she was getting on people for wanting to get paid for an internship.
Yeah. She was getting paid, just not for regular work. Work she was getting paid for. So yeah, man. Another hypocrite at FS1, Joy Taylor, I don't think she has really said anything about it. It was a Manuel Acho.
Yeah.
Apparently was mentioned in there as well as having a relationship with her while she was married, and that was the reason why she got divorced.
Yeah,
that part was broken up.
Okay, yeah, that part I didn't know she was married.
She was either married or engaged to get married, and allegedly that's what broke them up. Was that relationship? And now I didn't. First, I was like, but then they looked back and pulled some videos of Acho talking about how much he respects Joy Taylor. Like he was just rambling in his car and made a video talking about, I just want to talk about how great Joy Taylor is. Like he obviously just hit it.
Yeah.
He obviously had just hit.
That brother was in the parking lot.
Yes.
Apartment complex.
Who does, like, would you ever think to make a video about a female co-worker in your car after your shift, Figgy?
I'm gonna just make a random video in the car about Jasmine. You know what? Let me tell y'all about Jasmine. She is so amazing. Like she doesn't get the credit she deserves.
Yes.
Worked hard. People gonna be like, huh?
Your wife gonna kill you.
Yeah, you ain't even do that for me.
Yes, that was insane. So I'm like, that probably definitely happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with her. I know she's back on the show. They never mentioned it. It got awkward when she first came back, and obviously they knew about it. Paul Pierce and all of them were there, whoever.
No, the crazy thing is when it first all that news happened, they didn't pull her off the show.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
She was still doing the show, and then randomly she was off for like a week or two. And I was kind of like, dang, like they ain't mentioned no vacation. She ain't said nothing. And then for some reason they said she had a suspension or something, and they never said why. This was kind of after it happened, where the conversation kind of died down. So I'm like, what are they doing? And then she did dial back on wearing the tight stuff
Yeah, but now she's back at it.
Yeah, she back
let
at
him
it now.
again. Yeah, she got another podcast thing coming out where
Yeah.
she's talking about sex. So yeah, she's back on the thirst trap. And
Yeah, Taylor Rooks kind of got away from that too.
yeah,
because they had the podcast together.
yeah.
So Taylor Rooks was like, "Nope, you ain't about to mess up my."
Yeah, she don't want them. Actually, I don't know if Taylor's done that, man. I can't say that. I can't put that on her. I don't know. Unless I hear allegations, I will assume Taylor Rooks is clean.
Yeah, I hope she's clean, but it would not surprise me if she was kind of doing the same thing a little bit. Just kind of
true.
It would surprise me.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
Like,
either.
I don't like mid. If we could sleep our way to the top, we 100% would. As long as it wasn't with a man, and if you're not gay, of course. But it's like if we just had to sleep with women to get to the top, you know how easy that would be for us, man. We would have no kind of moral conflict about it. We'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But, so
and
I'm not mad at it.
And I think it happens way more often than people think.
Yeah.
This one it was just a mess. It was just all out there, and you had a hairstylist that was just blew everybody up pretty much.
I think the whole company it wasn't some freaky shit, man. I think they just got a little too comfortable. They got a little too loose with it. And I think it's going to be some house cleaning at FS1 at some point soon, man, because I think they flew a little too close to the sun with all this. But yeah, man, my thing about Joy, she's a hypocrite about it. She acted. That's what gets me, man. Don't act like you didn't do this.
Yeah.
When you just don't talk about it, but don't act like you got here from hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. And then we find out you was just hooking up with the boss who could put you in these spots to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's my issue too.
Yeah. TJ said sugar brown and big cans, that's hard to turn down. Who was that? Jason Whitlock said something.
He said that peanut butter skin.
Yeah, dog, he was going crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Hey, if I was still working there, ooh, if I was still working, I couldn't be around that because I don't know what I'd do. Like, bro, what are you gonna do?
Dog, that he sounded like every old ass nigga I work with, like in a warehouse or something. Like, oh, fat dude talk about, oh, I tear that up. She could be around me. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
He wouldn't be around you, big dog.
Right? Come on, man.
But he was just like, yeah, I had to get up out of there because I knew what I was gonna do.
I couldn't be around that. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm sure she was begging to ride that. All right.
Yeah, I had to leave. I had to leave this situation because Lord knows what I was about to do.
Oh God. That's too funny. But I'm sure he's having a field day with all his enemies getting caught up in the crossfire and all this stuff, man. Speaking of which, the last commentator controversy we have, future president Stephen A. Smith, who also just appeared on General Hospital, and he killed a nurse in cold blood.
He copped to the side. Man, it looked like
how did he get that big ass gun in the hospital to begin with? Nobody saw that shit. That shit was huge.
Yeah,
the silencer already on it.
It looked like he stepped on set straight off of the first thing.
Oh, he definitely did.
He was just like, you should have gun to the side like this.
Damn near no look shots right there. Come on. That was too funny.
Dad, if I were you,
you want to make an enemy out of me. If LeBron, I would have slapped LeBron. I would have hit LeBron. All right, Brick. Anyway,
how do you feel about that situation? LeBron, is that where you going right now?
Yeah. So I'll go first on that then. Look, I thought it was very funny when it happened. The LeBron and Stephen A. Smith incident.
The conversation.
It was very funny. I also thought it was very funny how Kevin Gates was talking shit about LeBron's wife. Then he pulled up the next day courtside with like his shirt out, and also Brittany Renner, who is now Muslim. Dog, the world is so funny,
man. It is crazy, man. Like I don't know what she's doing. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when I found out Brittany Renner was all Muslim now and covered up, I was a little bit disappointed, man, because sometimes her video would come across my timeline, because I think she looked good, but I know what she is. But when I seen that, I'm like, oh man, it's a cold day in hell now. Like she all covered up now, you don't see nothing. And then when I seen her with Kevin Gates, I'm like, huh? I don't know what the hell is going on, man. I thought Kevin Gates had a girl.
I don't know what's going on either, man. This world is just continually shocking and surprising me, but also I'm not surprised by anything that happens anymore. So yeah, LeBron had nothing to say to Kevin Gates courtside, pulled up with his new Muslim girlfriend, Brittany Renner. But he did approach Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith talked about it for a month straight.
Yeah.
He would not let this go, man. He would not let this go. And yeah, after that, there are other Lakers news. I want to get your take on all this. So we'll just get out the way. This is the LeBron section of the podcast right now. LeBron, the Lakers did get Luka Doncic, of course, and what might be the worst trade. I know Deshaun Watson is very happy that he's now not involved in the worst trade ever in sports because Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis and whatever the fuck they got, that wasn't enough to even get them in the playoffs.
Bento beans. And,
yeah, some spam. So I don't know what it was, but they got Luka Doncic, and they are now out the playoffs, by the way. Got eliminated by Anthony Davis in the Minnesota Timberwolves. And now suddenly LeBron is hurt. I don't know if you saw the video of him limping. He tore
MCL or something.
Yeah, he limping. He's playing games about if he's going to play again or not. Once again, he made a jab about how Anthony Davis said what he needed, and then he was gone the next day.
Yeah,
as if he had nothing to do with the trade at all and didn't know about it. So I don't get your take on all this, man. Since LeBron is your boy, okay. Everybody's your boy, Figgy. Trump's your boy, LeBron's your boy, but your boy from Cleveland pulling up on Stephen A. Smith, number one, getting Anthony Davis traded for Luka Doncic, and then flaming out in the playoffs in the first round after people picked you to win the whole thing potentially after the trade. What's your take on all this, man? What do you think the future holds for LeBron?
Yeah, man. First of all, LeBron is from Akron, and he liked to make that clear. Like, I low key think, and remember he was on Pat McAfee. Remember he just popped up on Pat McAfee show?
Yeah.
That was another little, I don't want to call it a chess move, but more of a checkers type move. That hop on there because, you know, Stephen A. and Pat McAfee probably don't really rock with each other.
Yeah.
But during that interview, I realized he probably don't even rock with Cleveland like that for real, man, because he always makes sure he say Akron. And, you know, if you're from a city, you're going to say the city you from, but he always make it clear like Akron. So I'm like, all right. Like, I don't think he rock with Cleveland like that. But anyway, as far as LeBron, man, I think I don't know if his head is into basketball at this point, man. Like, I feel like he's kind of borderline retired, where he just wanted to play with his son, which I think he only played, a couple games with him. I don't even know if he played a couple games with him, but he played with Bronny a little bit. That was the whole situation.
Yes.
And I was listening to Shams on ESPN, how he's pretty much saying that he think LeBron definitely gonna come back next year, but he was talking about I guess the class of 2026, where he said that it might be a chance that his other son Bryce come out in the draft. So I'm not sure LeBron trying to play with all two of his sons, both of his sons, or what. But I feel like his mind is not really in it, man. I think I think he moved to LA not because he wanted to win a championship with LA or their team was good. He moved there because it's LA. His production company is out there. So I don't even know if his mind is really into trying to win another championship type thing. And as far as like them getting Luka, I think that was just a sucker move. I don't even know if he expected that. So they got Luka, and we all thought, hey, they could make a run now. I don't know, man. It seemed like they still need a lot. I don't know how good is this JJ Redick as head coach, but I don't think LeBron really give a shit no more, man. I think he's just there because it's LA. He probably counting down a year to, he ain't just gonna retire in the all season. He gonna make an announcement saying this is my last year. He want that Kobe type ending where you go to every place and standing ovation, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I don't think his heart is into it anymore, man. I think he's just out there.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think Jeff Teague pointed it out on his podcast, Club 520, where he talked about how LeBron looks, even though he had like a 38-point game in the playoffs. He's not looking like he used to, man. He don't look locked in. He don't drive anymore. He just pulls up for three and takes the easy stuff now. He doesn't really hustle on defense. Of course, when you got Luka getting blown by every possession too, that makes it even, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I have heard people suddenly defend Nico Harrison for the trade, which is funny because he was getting killed for it the entire year. And look, about that, I kind of understand trading a superstar before you got to pay him the supermax if you don't think you can win with them. But the issue was just they didn't get enough for him. Anthony Davis, who is going to be hurt, it didn't make any sense. It did make it seem like a league conspiracy to get the Lakers talked about and good again. Because if you notice, the tone of the fans from the beginning of the season to the end changed. And I wonder what happened. Suddenly the Lakers got good, and then everybody stopped talking about the ratings. They stopped talking about how the game is unwatchable because too many threes and blah, blah, blah. Suddenly, the game didn't change overnight.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of threes being shot. But suddenly, the basketball is dying take stopped.
Yeah.
I wonder why. It was the Lakers fans who were just pissed because their team sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But I think I don't know if LeBron's going to play with his other son. Bryce might be good. I think Bryce is good enough to actually get drafted without Bron's help.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that's going to work. Is he going to go to another place just to play with Bryce for a few games? And I don't know, man. So, yeah. But I think in the next 2 years, Brown's going to wrap it up.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And honestly, I'm just kind of tired of this whole thing because I feel like right now I think he got a player option that kicks in or something like that. And I don't know if he's going to decline the player option and get another deal. And now it's this whole conversation like, oh, is he going to go somewhere else? Or what is LeBron going to do? And then you got people in Cleveland like, oh, maybe LeBron going to come back to Cleveland.
Why would you want that, man? No. Look how good they are now.
Yes, y'all are the second best team in the league. And y'all look, honestly, I've been watching a lot of Cavs games this year. And this is probably the best the Cavs ever looked, ever. Like, even with LeBron. Like, they never looked this good. So why would you want somebody like that back, man? Like, somebody that's 40 years old, be 41 in December. Like, why would you want somebody like that? So I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, look, I appreciate LeBron, and I really enjoy watching him over the years. But all of this, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and the media just eating it up. I'm just like, man, I'm just sick of it, man. Like, you ain't going nowhere else. You staying in LA. So, like, why? That would be foolish for you to leave Luka after you got Luka on a steal.
Mm-hmm.
You just decide to go somewhere else. Like that don't even make sense.
Yeah, it gets annoying, man. No, I know he's not going to say out loud that he's going to be back, but the whole playing the game, the whole suddenly now you injured reminded me of after that one Cavs series where they got damn near swept by the Warriors. Man, they got swept by the Warriors. He showed up with the arm brace or something on him, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what's going on here? The excuse is he's trying to pile up because he's trying to defend his legacy. Like, just play ball, man. We don't need all the theatrics. I don't need the drama. Maybe he's trying to get ready for his, because he's going to do a documentary on his last season. He's trying to get the drama and the narrative right. I don't know. But this whole thing of suddenly you injured, and as soon as the series ends, he's showing up limping. He's showing up with an arm brace. I'm not saying he's not hurt, but it's getting to the point where it's like the boy cried wolf, man. There's always an excuse that happens once the series is over. It's a huge disappointment for you that suddenly you had an injury the whole time.
Yeah.
So, okay, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Matt on YouTube said the Luka trade makes the DeAndre Hopkins trade look intelligent by comparison. Yeah, it's probably we don't even talk about that trade anymore, man. There's been so many worse trades since then that even Texans fans have gotten over that.
Yeah.
So we don't even talk about that in the pantheon of terrible trades in the recent years. It's been topped several times over, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
TJ said Braun acted like he was at farmer's market. And Matt also says LeBron wants the retirement tour, which I think comes next year. He's not winning a championship with the Lakers, and I don't see him running to ring chase this late, especially with his son in LA. Yeah, I think he's locked into LA, man. He has to be at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to get people to leave LA like that, man.
Yeah.
At his age, like I mean, what's a team you could go to that kind of keep your legacy, by the way, that you can win a championship with?
I'm sure he's looking at Cleveland and he really wants to go back, man.
Probably so.
I think he really wants to go back there. I'm sure he's imagining in his head how he could play with those guys, but it's not going to happen, man. I really hope they don't take him back.
No, seriously, like no, I feel the same way. Like I'd rather try to go out there at Kevin Durant, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like nah, man. Like that ship has sailed, man. Let's just it's over, man. Like they got something cooking right now, man. And honestly, this might be a hot take. If the Cavaliers win the championship with no LeBron, like with this team, that might be a bigger accomplishment, man. Because like their whole legacy with LeBron, like all the success and all that stuff, been with LeBron.
Yeah.
Every time LeBron left, it been shit. And this is like the one time where they are, setting NBA records with how they're playing this year. And if they win a championship like that, man, that would be a big success because, like I said, man, like I appreciate LeBron winning the championship and all that stuff and everything he did for the city. But he dipped out twice, man. He dipped out twice and everything went to shit when he dipped out. So, like, it will be a good feeling for the city to actually build the championship from the ground up like that, man.
I think it'll be really special for the town, for the city, and for the players, of course. But nationally, man, I don't think anything's going to top that 2016 Warriors Cavaliers series. Just the drama that happened in it, man. The drama, the down 3-1, the comeback, the block, the Kyrie clutch shot at the end. There's too much that happened to ever top that, man. Especially if the final series where the Cavs win without LeBron isn't as good.
Yeah,
it's just like they kind of run through whoever, OKC, whoever comes out the West. It would be good for the city, of course, but I think we would not, as a nation, we would not hold that in the same regard as LeBron's ring, just because the situation was crazy.
Yeah.
It was almost like a movie how it played out, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's hard to top.
Yeah, nah, I think I don't think nothing, that series ain't gonna be anything. But as far as like looking at championships, I think people really gonna enjoy this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now this is my question for you, man. How do you think if the Cavaliers win the championship this year, do you think that kind of has some type of little chink in the armor of LeBron's legacy at all? Like, and it ain't gonna be a big factor or nothing like that. But you think it's a little chink like that?
Not really, because
he left and got the bubble championship. It's a championship.
Yeah.
But the Cavaliers, they stay low and build.
I don't think so, because here's the thing. I think the Warriors winning without Durant hurt Durant because, number one, they won before him. Number two, they had the same core, kind of. They had the same main pieces as when they won with them. So they really did prove they didn't need them.
Yeah.
Whereas LeBron, this team is entirely different. This is a whole new team with a lot of younger players who weren't involved or weren't there when LeBron was there. So I don't think it would hurt him for that. I think people look, his haters will look for any ammunition. People, the debate is never ending. You know, the funny thing about X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, is when you see a post and like it or look through the comments, you get a whole lot of that kind of post. Yeah. And at some point, I must have looked at it like an MJ is better than LeBron tweet, because now my feed is filled with anti-LeBron propaganda. And I don't even like LeBron like that, but I'm like, y'all really dedicating your life to hating this man.
Yeah.
It is nothing but LeBron hate propaganda on my feed now, man. And they will look for any ammunition to hate on him. But personally, for me, I don't think it would affect his legacy if the Cavs won with an entirely new team without him. Because, I mean, they built this team. They got a whole new core, and it had nothing to do with him, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's going to affect his legacy. Let me be clear, but I do think it kind of shows you what a GM can do without LeBron kind of running the thing.
Yeah,
because LeBron was constantly trying to form this big three, wasn't really letting people draft who they wanted to draft and sign who they wanted to sign and all that stuff. I feel like the Cavaliers, that last season of LeBron, remember they traded all of these pieces to get some younger pieces. And I think that was that last season. Was it 2018? I think it was 2018, where everybody pretty much said he dragged Lance, what's his name, Larry Nance Jr. and all these players to the finals. But that kind of helped them rebuild a little bit. And so since then, they were kind of cooking a little bit, just drafting players here, getting players here and there and all that stuff. And I feel like they wouldn't be able to do that if they had LeBron. Because we all know it was the GM was LeBron. And so I think that kind of show you like, hey, let's move on. I think they was kind of ready to move on too, where they was like, hey, let's try to build something from the ground up. And I think they did that. I don't think they would have had a team like this if LeBron would have stayed, because they always would have been championship or bust.
Oh, yeah.
They would have been trying to get AD or try to get whatever superstar that was aging or something.
Yeah, LeBron was pretty much always, as soon as he got that power, really when he left Cleveland for the first time, he was always in win now mode. He was never in build for the future mode.
Yeah.
So a team would have to destroy their roster to help out LeBron now. They have to get like a J.R. Smith, whoever the fuck he wanted, and they'd have to sacrifice a whole lot, give up all their draft picks. And so when he leaves, you're just screwed because you have nothing left. You done gave up your future, and now you have a bunch of old players who can't do nothing on their own and no draft picks for the future. So the fact that they dug themselves out that hole and eventually got this good again, it says a lot, man. So, yeah, I do agree. Matt says, I'm with Fig. It won't damage the legacy, but it'll show what's possible without LeBron as a shadow GM. Yeah, agreed.
I'm kind of glad, and I don't know if it's going to end all of this, but this whole big three thing, and like I'm just so like, to me, I felt like that never really worked. It worked in Miami. Obviously, it kind of started with Boston a little bit, where you had Kevin Durant and them dudes, but it show you like that type of stuff never really lasts, and they always make your team look like shit afterwards, man. Even looking at Kevin Durant in Phoenix, and and Brooklyn and all this other stuff. It just seemed like it never worked out. And I'm glad to see teams like OKC and Houston and Cleveland, just teams that's just got like a real roster and not like a big three and a whole bunch of scrubs type dudes.
Yeah, the big three, the super team thing never really worked when it was put together like by the players. You know, the Nets went horribly, and you really thought that was a team that was gonna make several finals, and they couldn't even make one.
That was Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin.
Yes,
Durant, man.
and they in their primes, man, and somehow they couldn't get anything done. Then you got Durant with Devin Booker. You would think they would do something together.
Yeah,
didn't happen. The super team era is kind of done, man. It never really worked, like you said, except for Miami, and that's just because you had prime LeBron and damn near prime D Wade.
Yeah, and I mean,
and you had some good pieces around them as well.
Yeah, and you got to the finals 4 times, which is a lot, but they won 2 out of 4.
Yeah,
that was 2 out of 4. People thought they was gonna run the table.
Mm-hmm.
And they only
5,
won
6, 7, 8. What did LeBron say? Not 4, not 5, not 6,
not 7. Yeah, yeah. He only won 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Look, I'll admit though, I'll be sad when LeBron retires, man. I'll really feel old when LeBron retires. I'm not 40 yet, but I'm getting there. And when LeBron retires, I'm like, damn, I'm washed too. Eventually, if LeBron's washed, I'm definitely washed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little sad once he retired, man. Like, I know right now is popular to not really care for him and all that stuff, but it's hard to discredit that the first 7 years in Cleveland, from his rookie year. That dude, if you watch some of his highlights, then man, what nobody sitting here saying I can't stand LeBron. This was before you got this type of LeBron, but back then that dude was explosive, man. Like that was probably the best LeBron to watch from his rookie year to like up until he left for Miami. But that LeBron was fun to watch.
LeBron really up to his second Cleveland stint was really good, man. I think every time I forget about the second Cleveland run, I see a mixtape and I'm like, damn, he really had it all together here. He still had the athleticism, but he also had a jumper at this point, so he was killing it from 3. His game looked so clean, man. But the early LeBron stuff, it's kind of like the early Michael Jordan stuff, where he's just jumping out the gym, doing these crazy layups, dunking over everybody, baggy shit, because that was a fashion back then.
Yeah,
it was a wild run, man. So
LeBron with the headband was that was an error, man. That's something that was something I'll always appreciate, man. Like as much hate as he get, I got to the point where I don't really care for him like that, but that LeBron was crazy.
Yeah. Nah, he was ridiculous, man. And even now, the fact that he's 40 and still doing this, I know it gets tiring because people always say they pump him up as being this anomaly, but then when he's out there and he looks 40, people are like, what do you expect? He's 40 years old.
Yeah,
like it can't be both ways, man.
Yeah,
exactly. But even the way he's doing it now, nobody's ever going to touch his records at this point.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna touch his points. Nobody's gonna touch his minutes played. Nobody's gonna touch all the stuff he has right now. I think it's gonna stay solid for a long time because players right now are way more fragile than he's been. So I don't know, man. But so shout out to LeBron, even though we don't like him really on the podcast. But shout out to him regardless. Other stuff that has gone on. Oh yeah, we had a new president. Kind of new, really a run back.
He's back.
Yes. Kamala Harris lost, of course, to Donald Trump in a surprising victory to most because he won the popular vote. Kamala done brought all the guns out, man. I can't say she didn't try. Every celebrity endorsed her. Everybody. And
to me, I felt like this kind of taught me that I feel like America do not want a woman president right now, man. That's all it came down to, man. I just, and I'm not trying to sit here and say, people are sexist and all this other stuff. I just think right now, like people don't want to want a woman president right now, man. Especially as far as like the popular vote, like she didn't win a popular vote. Like that said a lot to me, man.
Yeah. To me, it was several things, man. And it's easy to look and play Monday morning quarterback or, several months later quarterback in this case. But it was several things. Number one, the Democrats can't run a woman again anytime soon because it's just not, it hasn't worked. Number two, her campaign was weird, man. Her campaign it seemed more like she was conservative. She was really trying to get that base of Republican people who didn't want Trump instead of focusing on the liberals and people who were more left-leaning, which is a lot of people. But it seemed like she was trying to court people who were pro-Republican or conservative but anti-Trump. And I don't know how many people there are that are Republican but don't like Trump, honestly, man. It seemed like all don't like Trump. So I don't know. The campaign was weird. Some of the things she did, it wasn't really a great run campaign in my eyes. I don't think they really should have focused on all the celebrity bullshit. Nobody cared about Megan Thee Stallion being there or whatever they were doing, man. So yeah, it was kind of badly run in my eyes by her, but also people just the thing is she didn't really make it seem like she would do much different from Joe Biden. So if your life sucked under Joe Biden, why would you go out and vote for Kamala Harris if she didn't really say she'd do anything different?
Yeah, and I also think too, man. I felt like I don't know if this is giving credit to us or as people, but it's like, man, you can't fool us just by bringing these celebrities on stage, man.
Yeah.
Like that might have worked for Barack Obama that first year, where the free Jay-Z concert and all that stuff. But like right now, man, like people are smarter than that, man. People, they do their Googles, they do all that stuff. Like Megan Thee Stallion ain't about to make nobody vote.
Well, I can't really say people are smarter because now people who voted Trump are shocked that he's doing what he said he'd do. Hispanics voted for him in a huge markup from the last election. A lot of them went Republican. A lot of them went red. And a lot of them seem to have buyer's remorse that they're getting deported. People they know are getting deported. When he said he'd do this, man, he really can't. This is one of the main things he campaigned on is deporting people. So if that's happening, also tariffs, which is fucking everything up in the fucking country. He said he'd do this too. So why are people shocked that he's doing what he said he'd do? If you went out and voted for this man, I get it just comes down to this, man. People just thought he was cool. People thought he was cooler than Kamala. People thought they liked his personality, thought he was funny, and they don't like the liberal stuff.
Yeah.
So they voted for him, and now they're shocked that, hey, now we got to pay extra for everything. These motherfucking video games cost $80 now. I've seen these prices go. They raised the Xbox price $100.
Man.
You don't even buy Xbox like that no more, man. So cars are going up. Everything that we need really is going up, it looks like. Amazon's talking about adding the tariff price to their stuff, and they're getting mad about that. So, yeah, shit's fucked, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I don't know. It's going to be a long 4 years, man.
Hey, we just getting started, man.
Yes. It's only been about 100 days, right?
Yeah, just getting started, man. I'm doing the Jim Rohn when he was interviewing Jim Everett. Like, oh, we got a lot of time left.
And dog, he's talking about running again. He's trying to cook up a way to run for another term.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't have faith in this ending well for anybody, even the people who voted for him and thought he was gonna do this and that.
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be rough. China already said fuck us. They said we've been here for 4,000 years. We don't need y'all.
Yeah.
So
the funny thing, remember that did we play that? I don't even think we was doing the podcast around that time when the show with Cameron and Mace when they was talking about Jay Prince. And he
I
was
can't.
like,
I can't remember if we were or weren't.
yeah,
but yeah, I do.
Mace was like, "We're not your little niggas." Everybody kept saying that was China and talking to the U.S. like, "We're not your little niggas."
Dog, you can't bully China. They got 2 billion people there, man. All right, you can't bully them dudes.
And the thing with China, though, man, they making their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
They've been making their own shit, man. Like, we had a nice little connection. Y'all make the stuff for cheap, and you know, y'all know how to do the stuff at a at a reasonable price and all that stuff in a reasonable time. Ship that shit over here, and we good. Like, we got a partnership. Like, y'all make the little shit that we ain't making over here, and we good. So, like, China, like, man, like, we don't like fuck out of here. We don't need y'all.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't need us, man. I don't think any country. I think Canada is already saying fuck us too. You know, because we're talking about bringing in Canada and making them a state. So everybody there is like fuck us too. So
how you feel about the Gulf of America?
Come on, man. And they're actually changing it now to Gulf of America. You look at the map, it says Gulf of America. It really reminds me of post 9/11 when they were changing. I guess we had an issue with France because they didn't want to support the Iraq war. So we stopped calling them French fries. We call them freedom fries. Remember shit like that? That was like a natural. 2001 was such a crazy time. Dog, I just ran across that video of Deion Sanders at a church praying for R. Kelly.
Dog, I didn't know that was real. I forgot about that.
That was a normal day in 2001. So much crazy shit happened back then, and we didn't even think twice about it. And now, if that shit happened today,
oh my God, yeah.
It was a crazy time, man. So yeah, that's what it's giving me not post 9/11 vibes with this whole Gulf of America thing. The whole we don't want to teach about slavery. DEI is gone. Now we boycotting Target. Now Target wants to talk to Al Sharpton. And I don't know what's going on anymore, man. Matt says, man, we're stuck with this idiot. So it is what it is. I don't like it, but I gotta live with it. Yeah, that's really all you can do is just take care of your own people and just Yeah, you really can't. I think it helps to not be too, I don't want to say ignorant of the world and not, but it helps to log off of social media once in a while, man, because I've noticed every app you use is very highly politicized now.
Yeah.
There's no way to escape politics no matter where you are, what you use, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram. You're going to run across some political shit that's going to make you mad.
Yeah, me, and like you said, like, you don't have to be ignorant with it or just don't know nothing about it, but sometimes it's just cool to just live a normal life, man. You ain't got to be deep in the sticks with it, man, because sometimes that stress you out, man, no matter where you lay. So sometimes it's cool to just see the good in people or just be cool with people, man. Don't even get into all that stuff, man. Like, I don't even talk about that stuff on my timeline, man. I just retweet and like funny stuff and keep it moving. Yeah, that's why I appreciate the 100 dudes versus one gorilla.
Yes.
Like, I know it's stupid, but at least we kind of having some fun with it, man.
It's some light in this dark world we're in right now, man. So
yeah,
anything helps. Figgy, hit the be right back button. I gotta run to the bathroom. We got a lot more to talk about. So hold on one second, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let me try to find that. Be right back. Hold on. What did I do with it? Screw it. I thought I had that button.
Well, just talk to the people. I'll be back. Say what's up to the people on. I'll be right back, man. It won't take long.
All right. Yeah, man, it feel good to be doing the podcast with Rockett, man. You know what? Let me turn on the game. I'll keep y'all updated on the game. If y'all hang around with us. By the way, I think the Rockets gonna win this game, man. I think they're gonna pull this game off, and it's gonna be a game 7. Yeah, so the game should be kicking off in about 10 minutes, and I keep y'all updated with the score. y'all got some questions for us, man. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about, man. It's been 8 months since we've been doing this podcast, so we got a lot of stuff to discuss. Let me turn on this game. Appreciate everybody sticking around too, man. So right now we got 203 people in here. $203 people. Matt said, Fig, I love listening to you put up with Lopez or sister. I'm glad to hear you back with Rockett. Keep this going, man. Appreciate you, Matt. Really do, man. Lopez will be back on Monday. And the show been going pretty well, man. The show been going pretty well, man. I enjoy working with Lopez. Enjoy working with my boy Reggie. The show been clicking a lot, man. I'm really having a good time on the show. So appreciate y'all listening to it, man. Oh, we got Rockett back. Let's bring him back to the stage.
Appreciate you holding it down, man. You couldn't find a
I
that's
couldn't.
all good, man. It's all good. So yeah, man. The next thing we gotta talk about it, like we mentioned earlier on the podcast, it is now the 1-year anniversary of Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria, which is basically the 1-year anniversary of the official start of the battle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because once you have the first round out, once both rappers respond or say something, that's when it really starts to me.
Yeah.
And this is where it started, man. And things, of course, snowballed from there. I think Kendrick is a unanimous winner of everybody who's not a Drake fan, of course. And a lot has happened, man. I think some people thought the beef would just die down. It has not.
I feel like it's picking up more on one side.
It really is. In the time since that battle happened and we've been off, Kendrick did the Super Bowl halftime show.
Did we was we doing this when he did the pop-out show?
I can't remember.
The pop-out show?
Maybe. I think we might have been. I can't remember what we talked about.
I remember how you felt about it.
I like the pop-out show, man. I thought it was good. I think he flubbed some lines here and there. Obviously, he hadn't rehearsed the new songs enough. The stuff he was doing, the diss songs, I don't think he had it committed to memory yet. And it was before he dropped GNX too. So he didn't do any of those songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it. I thought it was a good show. The Super Bowl halftime show was very controversial. People called it the worst one ever. Some of them said it was just too deep and y'all didn't get it. What was your thought about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick, man?
Me personally, I thought it was okay. Like I'm not about to sit here and say it's the best halftime show of all time. And I know people were trying to bring up YouTube numbers and all this stuff. Like, yeah, this is the most views Super Bowl ever got. I don't care about all that stuff, man. To me, I enjoyed it. Sometimes it's good to see a rapper up there just at the Super Bowl just performing, man. I thought he did a good job. Like, me personally, I wish he could have did some more songs, like his more popular songs. But I felt like Kendrick was on a mission. I felt like he didn't give a damn about playing all these other humble. He didn't care about all that shit, man. He was trying to embarrass that man on the biggest stage in American sports, man. So to me, I wasn't really mad at that. I felt like I felt like he was on a mission to embarrass Drake. So at that point, if you are not into that, I could get why you didn't really care for the performance, because it was a bunch of songs you didn't know, a bunch of new songs. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was like the greatest, but I thought it was okay.
Yeah, like I told you when I saw you at the your homecoming party, I thought it was a good Kendrick show. I didn't think it was a good halftime show.
Yeah.
Because the halftime show kind of has to be for everybody, and you kind of have to play the hits. I understand he didn't want to do that. I'm glad he did it his way, but that just makes me think maybe he wasn't the best choice. Maybe you should have got somebody with more recognizable hits that would do them But I thought it was a good Kendrick show, man. I thought it was good for what it was. The whole more views than Michael Jackson shit don't mean nothing to me, man. Let's stop counting this streaming bullshit, okay? You're not gonna tell me that this was even close to Michael Jackson or Prince or any of the best halftime shows of all time. So don't even try. But also sidebar, since he did do a lot of GNX songs, his latest album that came out late last year, I believe. What were your thoughts about that album, man? It had a lot of West Coast features from people we hadn't heard before. Had a very distinct West Coast sound. He obviously rode the Not Like Us wave with this album. Had the song with SZA Luther, which has gone, crazy, done crazy numbers. What were your thoughts on that album, and how do you think it ranks with his other ones?
I actually like this album a lot, man, because first of all, I wasn't expecting a Kendrick album this late like that. But I thought it was a solid album, and that's coming from a guy who don't really care for that West Coast sound. Like I do not like DJ Mustard sound at all. And I thought it was cool, man. It was cool because Kendrick never really rapped over that type of sound as much. So it was cool that he kind of dedicated a whole album to that sound and had some underground West Coast dudes on the album and all that stuff. I thought it was fine. It's a couple songs that I still listen to on there, but yeah, I thought overall, I thought it was a pretty good album. I'm surprised this album's sticking this much because it's still a lot of stuff being played from that album. And maybe it was my timeline full of Drake fans and all that stuff where they were just like, oh, it was mid and da. Hey, man, this stuff is still doing numbers, man. I don't think these no bot numbers either.
Nah, Kendrick fans will tell you it's bots. They will say it's bots up and down. Everything Kendrick does is bots.
Drake fans.
No, I mean Drake fans. My bad. Drake fans will tell you it's bots. Drake fans will tell you that all the people at his sold out shows are fake AI people. People aren't really feeling Kendrick like that. According to them.
Look at all them open seats at the concert.
Yes. I like the album as well, man. I thought it was honestly on first listen way better than Mr. Morale. Which I did not go back to after the first listen, really. I mean, it had some good songs on it, but all together, I thought it was just, it's not an album you can just casually listen to, But this one, you could pop in whenever. There's some good songs on it. There's some songs that still go back to all the time, like Dodger Blue and Squabble Up. I'm not really a fan of Luther, but I understand why it's a hit. I just don't like it personally.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of, it's definitely more kind of a mainstream-ish album, but it did have a distinct West Coast sound. I like that there were features from people we hadn't heard because I think there's too many features being done with the same people over and over again on these big albums, man. You get sick of it.
Yeah.
And so I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was way better than what he had done before with the Mr. Morale. So I fuck with it. Also on the other side, we had Mr. Drake. He did come back. He eventually did find a hit with Nokia, and he did an album with Party Next Door, like he said he would. He dropped that what was it called? Some Sexy Songs for You.
Yeah.
Now this is the first Drake album I completely skipped because as soon as I heard it was an R&B, he was singing the whole time, I tuned out. Like I said, I don't want to hear it no more, man. I don't want to hear singing Drake with his terrible voice. I can't take it.
Honestly, like the singing don't even bother me anymore. I think it's more about the content, man.
Yeah.
Drake is such a messy dude. Like, just even the title of his songs, it's just like, man, you are. Look, that's why everybody hates your ass. Like, you name a title, a Chanel purse for her, or then it'd be like some underlining shit where it's just like, oh, he gave a Chanel purse to Kay Cunningham's girl or some shit where you be like, what? It seems like it's just full of drama, man. Where I'm like, man, I'm too old for this to be listening to some shit that I have no relations with. Like, I don't know, man. Just the content part of, like, it's one thing if you make a real love song, But like I don't want to hear about you macking on somebody else's lady and all this other stuff. Just like, man, I don't want to hear about you talk about no Instagram models and talking about Kanye's wife and Kim K, all this other stuff. I don't want to hear about that.
Shopping all these bags that we ain't even heard of and these islands we can't pronounce. Like, okay, we get it, man.
Yeah, all the dirty macking and all that stuff. Like, I ain't trying to do all that.
Yeah, it gets to a point, especially when, you know, Drake is like our age, man. He's damn near 40 as well. It gets to a point where the content gets a little immature. And I understand he's a pop star. He's trying to appeal to the younger folks, but I don't think the younger folks really like Drake anymore. I think his core audience is in their 30s to early 40s, probably. People who grew up with So Far Gone and have been there for the whole ride. I don't think he has a lot of newer fans. I think Kendrick has a lot of newer fans coming on who appreciate what he's doing. But Drake, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like everybody probably got some Drake in their playlist, but as far as fans, people who bump every album he drops, I don't think he has a lot of younger fans, as in like teenage to like mid-20s, unless they're rich like NBA and NFL players. They might like him because they can relate to what he's talking about.
Yeah,
but normal people can't. Yes, exactly. And they probably hang out with him and go to his parties, so of course they like him. But normal people, I don't know if he's that big with the younger audience anymore. Yeah. Kavion on Twitch. I forgot we were on Twitch. Kavion on Twitch says, "Sup, bros? W podcast. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you here, man. Bro. We're just talking about some Drake and Kendrick, catching up on all our stuff we've been talking about since our hiatus.
Yeah. How you feel about the lawsuit?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, man. I talked to you about this at your housewarming as well. Did I say homecoming before? I meant housewarming. My bad.
Homegoing.
I said homegoing. Yeah, you didn't die. Your housewarming party. I feel like the lawsuit, I don't know if Drake expects to win. He expects to spin a narrative that the battle was unfair.
Yeah.
I think he wants to give his fans ammunition. He wants to give himself some leverage so he can look back, because Drake is not dumb. He cannot sit around and say he won the battle with Kendrick.
Yeah.
He's smarter than that. He knows, he's realistic enough to know that people think that Kendrick won, and he has to admit that Kendrick won. Not Like Us was bigger than any song that Drake had put out there during that entire time, and it shifted the whole narrative, and he can't spin it into a win for him.
Yeah.
So the next best thing for him in his mind is he has to prove like, hey, the labels were corroborating against me. They were hating on me. They were pushing Kendrick because they didn't want to pay me for my next upcoming deal. He wants to spin a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That they were helping out Kendrick at his expense because they didn't want to pay him what he was owed for his next upcoming deal.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to work, because I already saw that he took the claim about the bots, because he tried to say that they helped bot his Not Like Us. Universal did. And he took that out. Yeah. And I think he realized that, number one, he can't prove that. Number two, if he could, he would have to prove that they helped him too.
Yeah.
Because everybody is botted in this era.
Yeah, and see, that's where I kind of stand with it. Like, you about to blow up the whole Carter at this point.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, like if you think we use bots for him, what you think we did for you? how you think we got you? Your shit charting all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's probably like, oh, okay, that's the secret sauce. All right.
Nobody forgot that. I think it was when Scorpion dropped and Spotify had him on every single playlist, including genres that he wasn't even in, like country and EDM and dance. And like, what the fuck? They put his picture on all these playlists and put his songs in all these playlists that he didn't belong in, because they're trying to boost it up as much as possible. I saw he was running the Nokia video as ads in YouTube to try to boost up the views. I'm like,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
And
so
see, that's why I never want to talk numbers with people, man. Like that type of stuff. Like, nah, man.
Yeah, I hate how the Kendrick fans have become number freaks too. I really can't stand that either, man. Because I don't care about streaming. The streaming numbers are fake to me. They're fake. I don't believe in them. I don't think it's fair to try to compare real album sales that happened decades prior
Oh,
to
he broke
now.
Michael Jackson's
He
record.
broke, yeah, everybody's seen him break Michael Jackson's record easily now. But everybody got to cancel tour dates because they can't pack stadiums like he did.
Yeah.
So what's really going on here, man? So streaming numbers are fake to me. They've always been fake. I don't care about them. And I hate that Kendrick fans have really bought into this whole thing where they got to bring up streaming numbers and be so happy for him for breaking whatever record. I don't care about that. It's about the quality of music to me.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that being said, are you going to see Kendrick when he comes to Houston? When is he coming to Houston?
I think he actually came to Houston already.
He already did? Shit.
I missed it, man. I actually got FOMO the same day. I seen people at the concert and all that. I'm like, oh, I want to try to go. I'm like, nah.
It looked fun, but I didn't like enough to pay whatever it would cost to get a decent seat. So I'm good on that, man.
Yeah, and I talked about it earlier on the show. I'm not really a stadium concert guy like that, man. Like it's too much. I hate going to a stadium just to see a musical guest, man. Because unless I pay like $1 million to be up front. Like, I just hate to try to get there, try to walk inside, all that stuff. I like them smaller concerts, the smaller venue. I know Kendrick ain't about to do that, but I'm out of the whole stadium concert game.
Yeah, and I saw Kendrick a while back in the Woodlands when he was not this big, of course. He was on tour with Top Dog. I saw him then, so I could say I seen Kendrick.
Yeah,
I'll have to see him again.
SZA was on that tour too.
Yeah, she was, and that she still couldn't sing it back then.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
But yeah, she's they're on tour right now. They are selling out. I've seen they've done like the biggest numbers ever already in a single tour date. I don't even know how you raise $1 million in one show.
Yeah,
them ticket price must have been insane, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's hitting records. Beyonce has come out the woodwork and is touring now too. The Cowboy Carter album. So yeah, a lot's going on, man. A lot of tours. I'm still not a fan of the pricing, so I probably won't go see either of them. I definitely won't. But yeah, for the people who do go, I hope you have a good time and enjoy it. Kavion on Twitch says Kendrick fans are so annoying right now. No hate, by the way. Yeah, stands in general are annoying.
Yeah, I was getting, you know, I ain't got no dog. I like both Drake and Kendrick, like for what it's worth. But both of them was irritating, man. I'm just like, I was getting tired of Kendrick fans too. And I'm like, dog, I felt like I sided with y'all a little bit because I felt like he won the battle. And they were getting a little irritated. I'm just like, all right, man, y'all. I don't even know if I could ever stand anybody like that. Like, I don't know anybody. Like Jay-Z, I like Jay-Z a lot. I don't know if I could go hard and pay for Jay-Z like that.
No. Because I don't like I said, the whole I never knew Kendrick fans to be like this, man. So I don't know if it's just a bunch of new Kendrick fans or they're just happy that their guy's on top and they're flexing whatever happens. But the standing has gotten out of control on both ends, man. The Drake stands have always been annoying, so I don't really care about that. But the Kendrick fans in the stands have really, you know, just gotten too gassed up over it, man. Let's get back to y'all. Supposed to be the artsy people, okay? Y'all supposed to be the more mature audience, right? Y'all acting like K-pop fans over here, getting excited over numbers and talking about Drake's numbers. Still, it's over, man.
Yeah,
you ain't got to compare them, even though the battle's never going to really end. They're going to take jabs till the end of time. But the battle as far as who won is over. Yeah. So let's move on, people.
How you feel about Not Like Us still playing? Like, it's still going, man. And I'm tired of that song.
Yes.
I feel like that song is still going. To the point, I didn't even realize it was a year. Like, it was inching up on a year. I'm like, damn, it's still going.
Yes. I do wonder how Kendrick feels about that being his biggest song still. Because like I said, he's made songs like that you could tell he put a lot of time into.
Yeah.
There's some songs I think he put months of work in writing and redoing in. and he was talking about some real shit that happened to him and some real stuff, and that stuff was either an album cut or didn't do that well. But I think he made Not Like Us in like 15 minutes, man. I think the beat was laying around. I think he just went in the studio during a time when he was making a lot of music in the beef. And he cut that in like 5, 10, 15 minutes and said done.
I feel like he was joking around on that song.
He really was. He wasn't taking it too seriously.
Yeah, because I think we talked about it a little bit. When I first heard it, I was just like, yeah. Like, I'm like, all right, we get in there. Like I said, I'm not a DJ Mustard guy at all. And just hearing it, I was just like, nah, he could have kept this. Like, I was done with it after that. I didn't know it was going to be a hit like that. Yeah, no, me neither. It was, it really blew out of control. And now he has to perform that song till the end of time. Yeah. And it sounds very awkward because it's like it really is a song dedicated to hating Drake. Yeah. He tried to spin it. I saw him on an interview with, I don't want to say Dr. Dre or somebody, and they asked him, I think it might have been SZA, asked him, what does Not Like Us mean? He tried to spin into some kind of artistic explanation about, like, motherfucker, use a beef with Drake, all right? As simple as that. Don't try to spin it, because now it's so big, into some kind of artsy ass thing with multiple meanings in it and certain layers you got to peel back. You was trying to shit on Drake because he was shitting on you. It was a beef, it was a battle, and now it's over. Don't try to spin it like it meant something else, all right? I don't want to hear it. Yeah. It gets on my nerves, man. Yeah. Matt on YouTube says 100% Figgy. Stadium concerts are more trouble than they're worth with tickets, parking, and whatnot. Yeah, it's just a hassle to go to stuff like that now, man. Yeah. It don't really sound as well either. Yeah, acoustics are all fucked up, and you're not gonna have good seats if you unless you pay a lot. Yeah. And a lot of times you have to wait till the day of to buy and hope that the tickets go way down. People get desperate, try to sell out whatever they will try to buy and scalp. Yeah. So yeah, that's more trouble than it's worth. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times shows get canceled too. I was talking to Chris Santiago at shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris. I was talking to him. He was supposed to go to Donald Glover's. I think he was going to stadium in Houston, and he canceled that show. And I think it was like a last minute cancellation too, and he was pissed about it. I'm like, I would be too, man. But stadiums get canceled all the time because of low attendance, and they don't think it's worth it. And that's the game you play with that as well. A lot of these acts, Kendrick can, Beyonce can, but a lot of people cannot pack a stadium or an arena. And when the sales are low, they just cancel the whole thing. They don't even try to go to like a smaller venue or something or try to make it up. They just cancel it and give you a refund. So yeah, it's a rough game you got to play. Yeah, man. Other things that happened. Other sports news. My Houston Cougars made it to the national championship and lost in embarrassing fashion against Florida. How you feel about that last shot? Or it wasn't even a shot attempt, man. I was screaming at my TV. I don't even get involved in sports like that. But I was like, how do you not even get a shot off? I could live with the result if it bricked or how do you not get a shot off, man? Yeah. How do you not? It's a national championship. The final possession was so sloppy. And Emmanuel Sharp I don't want to say he choked because, he's young and he's going to learn from it, but it was a choke. All right. The last couple of possessions was awful. And it was just, I don't know. I felt like we were the better team and we somehow gave it up. Yeah. That's what annoyed me, man. A fucking 37-year-old coach beat Kevin Sampson, who's like 80. I don't want to hear it, man. Then, it's extra rub salt in the wound. When you drive down to downtown Houston on 45, you see a big ass billboard with Houston Cougars. Yes. And it says 7 Final Fours. Yes. I'm like, I want to burn that billboard down. Dude, I was driving in to work. That's my way to work. Like, I've been that corner and I could see that billboard, and there was something else at first. And so that morning they were actually changing it to the 7 Final Four. I'm just like, oh, y'all making this so much worse, man. I thought they were going to take it down, because if they were just taking it down completely, I'm like, cool. I don't want to see none U of H right now, man. Like that was Monday. The game happened Monday, and I was going to work Tuesday. So I'm like, I'm in the mode. I'm like, I don't want to see nothing U of H, man. I low key wanted to call off of work. Been talking about this. I'm like, man, that is awful, man.
Look, I would have been fine if it just said congratulations, Houston, on your Final Four run, national championship run. Because look, it is hard to get there. They did play well. They had great defense the entire tournament, and well, most of it. And look, they deserve to be applauded. But I don't want to see the 7 Final Fours like that's a flex because you're the only team that's been there that many times and have not won once.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'll think of when I think of, 7 Final Fours, no wins in international, no championships.
Yeah.
It's like you bragging about being engaged 7 times. Like what? Like, come on, man. Like, that's not a flex to me. Without a win, that's all I think of is wow, you never sealed the deal even once in these 7 times you've been there in program history. But is what it is. I've mourned over it, and now I'm getting heated up again thinking about it. But I've moved past it.
Yeah.
Look, the Texans are our only hope now, man. I think the Rockets, they still got to cook. I know they're playing. I don't know if they started playing yet, but
they playing now. Yeah.
Do you think they'll pull off this comeback?
I think they could get to a game 7. I don't know if they go pull off a comeback though, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, game just started 5-3 Rockets right now with 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll keep an eye out on that. But I'm not too confident overall, man.
Yeah, and what's crazy, even if they do pull a comeback this game, man, they would have to play the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Like like if you win this one, you got like 2 more series to even get to a finals. I know we, way ahead right now, but I'm like, man, even if they do win this series, man, I don't know if they're going to survive the next series.
I would like the Rockets to beat the Warriors and get swept by, like, if they beat the Warriors and got swept by the Timberwolves, I'll be fine with that.
Me too.
Because the Warriors are just a tough team to lose to, given our history with them, man. I would rather us beat them, pull off the reverse LeBron or the whatever. It's the same thing, but I would rather that happen than lose to the Warriors. This washed up Warriors team with old ass Draymond and old ass Steph, who's still good somehow. I don't know how, but I'd rather beat them and then just lose to Timberwolves.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like, I think it's a win beating the Warriors.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, I might get greedy and be like, oh, we can beat the Timberwolves, but if they don't, it's not the end of the world, man.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that, but I don't know. We'll see. People are believing, but I don't know. Like you said, people have turned down Jalen Green, who was used to be the hometown hero, the next Kobe I've heard. Now people are making fun of his painted fingernails and his wife, who's old enough to be his mama, and her son, who's his age, at courtside. So yeah, man. It's rough. It's rough,
man.
Any other music dropped? A few things I've listened to in the break, man. We never talked about the Cardi album that dropped.
Oh yeah. What he said, I Am Music.
Yeah, or I think it's called Music. The album is just called Music, but he wore the merch that says I Am Music, which is confusing. But the album is called Music. I got to admit, man, I like the album. It's grown. I listen to it almost every day. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I listen to it a lot. At first, when I listened to it, I was like, okay, it's not worth the 5-year wait we had to wait for it. But I liked it. It's grown on me. I listened to a few songs. I think it's way too long. He could have cut out a good 5 songs off the album, I feel.
I agree with that, yeah.
The Kendrick is all over. He's on 3 songs. He had a verse on 1. I think it was Mojo Jojo he's on. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think their styles really mesh that well.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with it. It's interesting enough. I think it's interesting that Cardi seem to side with Kendrick here. Because look, we got to call it like it is. If you do a feature with Drake or Kendrick, you picked a side.
Yeah.
This is a war. Battle lines have been drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to remember, a few months back, Drake unfollowed Playboi Carti along with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kendrick has sided with Playboi Carti. Kendrick did a show in Atlanta on his tour. He brought out Carti for the song they did. And, yeah, he's Team Kendrick. But the album, man, I liked it. I like it. It's good gym music. I go to the gym a lot, and it's really good to get you pumped up. I like the album, man. I can't lie. Yeah, I fuck with it. Have you heard it?
Yeah. I actually listened to it a lot too. I like the album. I really like the intro, man, because I know that's not a sexy song. I try to play that song around people. That's the definition of scaring the hoes.
Yes,
type of song. But I like that song a lot, man. I like the guy, whoever. I don't know who the DJ is all over the album.
So is Swamp Izzo. Them ad libs are crazy, man. Swamp Izzo.
Yeah, I actually like that, man. I thought that was kind of dope, man. I think that added to the album too. But like you said, I think it was a little too many songs. It was a few songs I could tell it was kind of old, and he just threw it on there. Well, I'm like, he could have left that off. It could have been maybe a strong 11, 12 songs. And I thought it would have been like an excellent album.
Yeah. I am surprised that he dropped extra songs on it afterwards too. It seems like he's really come out, but it seems like he's really, after 5 years of this whole mysterious gimmick and not saying stuff and saying he's going to drop music and doesn't, he seems like he's really active again now, man. I think he's been doing some shows. He's dropping more music. He's talking about another album dropping this year. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't hold your breath on that.
I'm not. But he's talking about dropping another album. He's got more mainstream features now. He's been dressing like he's in the Franchise Boys. He knows, dog. Ever since that picture of him in a thong came out, suddenly he switched the style from gay vampire to like 2001 dope dealer. He's been dressing like a member of the Portland Trailblazers in 2002 or something.
Yeah,
man. Like he's all these retro. Yeah,
Zach Randolph.
Yeah, these retro jerseys, the long tees, the baggy pants. Suddenly he became like an old trap star instead of a gay vampire. And like, I know it had to be the thong picture because after that blew up and he got made fun of, suddenly all that shit stopped.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Matt on YouTube about the Rockets and Warriors, he said, agreed. I'd rather get the best in round two if it meant I'd rather get best beat in round two, I think he said, if it meant we beat Steph freaking Curry. Yeah, Curry got to go, man. This beef is deep.
Yeah,
you got to take him out. I like to take him out, and it just whatever happens. But
yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Other stuff I did listen to. Mike dropped an album called Showbiz. I've been going back to over and over again. Mike, all caps. Mike, kind of undergroundish rapper.
Okay,
I've been listening to that a whole lot. Other than that, not a whole lot of new rap, man. There's some songs I get into from time to time that comes across the algorithm, but nothing really I could think of hip hop wise new that I've been bumping.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I haven't been really listening to a lot, man. I did now. How do you feel about the artist Doechii?
Not for me, honestly. She could rap. But I don't really fuck with her music, man. I don't know where it is. I can't really get into it.
Yeah, I thought she was okay, but not enough for me to play in the car. Like I don't really play her in the car or nothing like that. But she did. They did drop a Westside Gunn dropped a song, a remix to one of his songs featuring Doechii.
Yeah, I did hear that before the podcast started, man.
Yeah, that shit was hard right there. I'm like, okay. Like, nah, she going off on that song. But as far as the other stuff, nothing really stuck to me. None of her other songs. Like, I agree. I think she can rap, but nothing really stuck to me with her. Even that once, I think this is the other thing. I kind of talked about this on In the Loop too. How that song, Anxiety.
Yeah.
How that song just took off. I'm like, man, that was like that. She took somebody beat pretty much.
Mhm.
That was kind of like the Bobby Smurda hot nigga
Yes.
thing. And I was just like, man, because I actually liked the person who had that song originally.
Gautier, however you say it.
Gautier.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that I used to know. I'm like, that song was actually all over the radio and stuff. And apparently she did that song in 2018, I want to say. It was a minute ago, but probably like 2018. And she do what a lot of rappers and artists do. They take an instrumental and pretty much not even remake the beat or anything, but just make a whole new song to it. And somebody dug it up and it blew up on social media to the point she had to redo the song. I didn't know she redid the song.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently she had to redo the song, and I'm sure they worked something out with Gautier because that was
They had declared, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that was their shit. So they probably like, I don't care, but I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad because I'm like, man, people definitely gonna forget about that Gautier song at this point.
Dog, it could be worse. It could be like what Rihanna did to Tame Impala for same old mistakes, because she didn't even change that song.
No, she did.
She just took it. She took it. It was a cover of a song that was still new.
Yes.
and now people, when they hear that song, they think of this Rihanna song.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man, that's Tame Impala, and their version sounds better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But at least she rapped over it and did something different. She didn't just sing the lyrics.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what Diddy used to do back in the day, man. Just take the beat of something that's a very popular song and then just have somebody rap over it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we're officially our parents when you hear this shit. Because we're like, we get annoyed by it. But that's just music.
Yeah, it's funny too because people was trying to give me a hard time over that, being upset about it. I'm actually giving her credit over it. Like, she took because this wasn't like a song nobody heard. Like, even with Bobby Smurda's song, like that Lloyd Banks song, ain't nobody know that Lloyd Banks song.
Yeah.
So that was easier to do. Like, you had to be in the sticks to know, oh, that's the Lloyd Banks beat. But this Gautier song, everybody knew this song. Like, that song was all over the radio. And I'm like, for the simple fact that you came up with something totally different with it, and that song is getting as much play, if not might be more at this point, than the original song. I'm like, yeah, I got to give her credit for that, man, because that type of stuff usually don't happen. And now, and then people try to say, oh yeah, MC Hammer took Rick James song, and I'm like, that's a little different, man. He sampled that one. Like, that's not the same exact beat. That's a sample. But I'm like, she pretty much took the instrumental and just did something different with it, man. You usually don't get stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's happened before. I think I forget who rapped over. It was a Playboi Carti song called Beef. And some female rapper took the beat and made it a way bigger song. Because Carti at that time was not a big rapper. He was not what he is now, not even close.
Yeah.
He was still, I think, chilling with Father and all them awful music dudes and ASAP, Rocky and all them. Yeah. But she took that beat and just rapped over it. I think her version kind of sucked, but it came out way big. I think it went gold, at least. So yeah, it happens, man. I do get upset when people think that's the original song and they relate it with that. And like, nah, man, the original is way better.
Yeah.
I just don't know about it. But that's music industry. What can you do, man?
Yeah, and everything got a price. Like, that Doechii song blew up so much. Like, I'm sure Gautier was just sitting on the couch like, oh, like, all right, like, y'all gonna pay me for this? Okay, go ahead, stream it up.
And it might be a case where they got all the residuals, man, because that's what happens a lot when you know a song's a hit and you know it's going to be a hit. You say, hey, give me everything or it's not cleared.
Yep.
And I think they probably bit the bullet. A lot of the biggest songs, people don't really realize this, but a lot of the biggest songs, the original artist got nothing from it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cisco didn't get nothing from Thong Song because his label didn't clear that part where he said "Living La Vida Loca."
Oh, really?
You're supposed to credit the Ricky Martin, guy who wrote that song.
Yeah.
And Cisco talked about this. Like the label was supposed to clear it. They said they would clear it. Song came out. It wasn't clear. He hit them up and said, "You gotta give me everything."
Mm-hmm.
So Cisco made no money off Thong Song. Eminem made no money off My Name Is because the guy said, "You got to give me everything or it's not clear."
Mm-hmm.
So it could be definitely a thing where it's worth it if it blows the artist up.
Yeah.
It makes you in a better position to make money in the future.
Yeah.
Just bite the bullet and say, "Hey, I'm not going to make nothing on this, but I'll make it up with being more famous."
Yeah, it's giving me more opportunity. And I think that kind of happened with Joe Budden with his song Pump It Up. Who was it? Was it Kool in the Gang that he can't?
I can't remember. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it was Kool in the Gang. Kool or Gap Band. I can't remember, but
Kool in the Gang, Soul Vibrations.
Yep. Yeah. So he sampled that, or they sampled that, and I don't think he got a lot from that because they had to hit him over the head. I mean, they hit him over the head with it. And at that point, you just trying to get the song out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Same with Sting and Diddy, I'll Be Missing You.
Yep.
Yep. He took all the residuals from that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, what can you do?
Yeah.
You gonna pay it and have it be a hit? Because that's still, I think, his biggest song he ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can you do?
Either that or that song just don't go nowhere and you have nothing.
Yep. So do you think that Doechie's an industry plant?
I don't think she started off as a plant. I think she was a regular artist, just kind of doing her thing, trying to make it. But I think once she got a little start going a little bit viral, I think they hit some type of button where I think she won a Grammy and she was just all over the place doing videos with Will Smith. I feel like they hit some type of button, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if people wasn't really following her, seeing her just pop up out of nowhere, be everywhere, call her a plant. But I definitely think somebody saw something and they said, you know what, just hit that button for her. Where she's getting everything, man. She's getting everything. I'm like, damn. Like I saw somebody put out a list. I think the 25 best female rappers of all time.
Like one, wasn't she?
She was like 25th or 24th or 23rd. She was I'm like, damn. So she already in the top 25 female MCs of all time. So I wouldn't say somebody kind of planned this from the whole beginning, but I do think I think prime example was her rapping over that Gautier song.
Yeah,
because I think if they knew it was gonna blow up like that, they would have did the original beat for that or worked around it or something. But I think they definitely pushed the button, some type of superstar button that they have, or sent out the mass email, because she getting so much love where. To the point, and I hate to do this, but I'm like, man, she that good? Like, do she even have an album out? But she is with TDE, so maybe that's like, I feel like TDE got a really good track record of creating these type of stars. So that's one reason that's the other reason why I feel like I don't think she's a plan either.
I think what happened is they turned whatever switch they have for Megan Thee Stallion off and turned it on for Doechii, because I feel like it's very similar. You have two women who can rap, but it seems like they're getting accolades and awards and placements that far exceed where they should be normally in their career, giving off a fan engagement, and it don't feel organic. Yeah. It don't really feel like, the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. People like Megan Thee Stallion, unless you're a Tory Lanez fan.
Yeah.
People like Megan Thee Stallion. They say she can rap, but how many people are a Megan Thee Stallion fan?
Yeah.
Same thing with Doechii. How many Doechii fans are out there? People think she could rap and they might like her music. How many fans does she have?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think it really matches where she's been placed as far as, like I said, the accolades, the awards, the mentions, the mainstream media placements where she's getting. But she could rap. So look, it could happen to worse people.
Yeah.
At least it ain't Ice Spice.
Yeah, no, man. I never bought stock into Ice Spice, man. I was saying that from the beginning. I'm like, man, nah, I just don't see it, man. they tried to hype her up so much, man. They put her next to Taylor Swift. I think they got her now with Sauce Gardner of the Jets.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dog, it's over. She can't make no other different song, man. All her shit sound the same. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I got a witness saying her shit sound the same.
Nah, her basic ass lyrics with the flow she stole, and all the New Jersey beats, dance beats she beat. Enough, man. People never forget. I saw the clip from the Kai Cenat stream where he had a beat playing. He asked her to freestyle, and she just started shaking her ass. It's like, all right, man. Now I know not to ever take you seriously. But
yeah, real quick, how did we talk about Megan Thee Stallion? She just released a song, I want to say last week, and it didn't really do well. And I think she was on, I don't know, she was on Instagram Live or she released a little video. It sounded like she was kind of blaming the hotties a little bit. Like, let me see if I can find this video. But I was just like, damn, man. To me, I feel like if you start doing that, I don't never want to say this the end of you or anything like that. But I'm like, damn, maybe people are kind of tired. Like,
yeah, and that's a very Nicki Minaj thing to do too.
Yeah,
kind of blame your fans for not pumping up a song enough or streaming it enough. And yeah, that's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe she was drunk and just that slipped out. But that's kind of surprising. But like I said, I don't think her fan base is as strong as what you would think, given all the looks she's gotten, all the media stuff she's gotten, all the placements, the awards she got before she even really had a good album out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she said that. She knows it. It might be, I think she's peaked. And maybe she's starting to realize that.
Yeah,
she might never get past this Tory Lanez thing, man, and that's really the issue too.
Yeah, and not only that, man, I think that's gonna be her valid excuse for not to get past it.
Misogyny.
Even if it's not true, like I don't know, like it could be it, and that also could be maybe she wasn't as popular as they thought, and maybe just people, she had her time and that was it. But I wish I could find this video, but it looked like she was just kind of putting a little blame on, like, y'all ain't streaming my stuff up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, that's a bad sign when you start doing that.
Yeah. It's I don't think, and here's the thing, man. If the song is good, you don't need to beg people to stream it. I always think it's desperate when people do that. And a lot of big artists do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's always them or just their team, but you should never be like, if you're a fan, make sure to run up the streams. I'm gonna run it up if it's a good song. And if it's not, I'm not gonna run it up.
Yeah.
All right. Don't be trying to encourage people to game the system. And there's a whole thing you got to do. People have there's a guide, because it's not enough to just leave it on loop.
Yeah.
You have to do certain things to make your streams count. You have to leave it on, make a playlist with the song over and over and over again, and you just leave it on all day, turn it on. You can't mute it. So you have to leave it on some kind of audio. There's a whole thing you got to do to make your stream count. And it's like, when you got to tell fans to do shit like this is how you know streaming doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to say, oh, fans, just leave your phone on and stream the music. It's hard to say, hey, go spend $13.99 and buy this album.
Yeah.
And that's what people used to have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Yeah, but I think, and she used a lot of stuff too, like a lot of tricks, because so I'm actually, and I never took it off my phone, but I'm linked to what I guess whenever she decided to release something or put something out there, she could just hit a button and you get a text message like, oh, I just got a text message from Meg Thee Stallion. Say, oh, buy my new merch or buy my new album. Like, I don't know how I end up getting hooked on this, but I never took it off. So, so I still get stuff like that. And I'm like, she's doing all of this, like trying to reach out to the fans as much as possible. And you still not really getting a reaction like that, man. So it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, see, this is, I don't know if you can see it, but this is, just pretty much run it up hotties and buy pre-order my single and all that type of stuff. But I don't know, man. I feel like
on pre-order music you haven't heard of, man. See, this is goofy shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Pre-order my album you haven't heard anything off of yet. Like, all right, man.
Yeah, and pre-order is a whole nother thing. I actually brought this up on the show today. I got a notification for a game that was coming out, and it said pre-order the game now. And I didn't know they was talking about, like, I thought the game was out, but it said, hey, this game, and it said pre-order it right now, and the game come out in October or November. And I'm like, man, like, this stuff is digital, man. Like, why? Like, why do I need to pre-order the game unless it's some type of big benefit to it? Like, I'm not about to pay no $80 right now. We got like 5 months ahead.
And here's how they get you. I know this because I play games too, man. Usually they will have a pre-order bonus of something you can only get if you pre-order the game. Sometimes they'll have what is it, like you get extra items. And also the handy thing is if you pre-order it and you have it, you can download the game early.
Yeah.
A lot of times. So the minute it comes out, it's already, you just have access to it now. You can play it, which is great. Back in the day, we had to pre-order a game, then go at midnight to GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah, they go pick it up.
Yeah. So there are benefits to it, but in general, unless it's a game you really, really want, there's no point to pre-order a game, man.
Yeah, because even with Madden, like, I understand that benefit if you want to play like 3 days early.
Yeah, that's another thing. Early access, they let you play it a few days earlier.
Yeah, but me and my old self, with everything going on, I'm like, I could just wait till it come out. Like, why do I got to? Why do I need to pay an extra amount of money to get this early? I could just wait till it come out and buy it.
Exactly.
Or buy it when I want to buy. I don't want to surrender no $80 right now and wait till October, November to do it. It's crazy.
Then you see the reviews and see it's a shit game, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm wasting my money.
That's the
now, you can't return no digital game, man. You're stuck with it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's in the way at this point. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I'd rather wait and see how. I like to look on YouTube at the reviews and just see how it looks, and then I'm like, all right, I think I could buy this. I'll buy this game, but I ain't about to pre-order anything, man. Unless it's like some type of iPhone where you pre-order it, and then as soon as it come out, you get it. Like an actual item type thing. I'm like, I ain't about to pre-order no single. Unless you my mans or something like that. Unless I know you personally.
Dog, this system done infiltrated everything. You go to the movies, we got to talk about that too, because I don't know if you've seen Sinners yet. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
haven't seen it.
But you go to the movies now, man, and it's like they want you to pre-order the popcorn. Oh, you can pre-order the popcorn and drink and have it sent to you. Like, how lazy you got to be at this point, all right?
That is crazy, man.
We already got your seat reserved, so nobody's going to take it. But if you have to, you're so lazy, you got to have somebody bring you your popcorn and drink. You got to buy it ahead of time. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. This whole pre-order thing is gotten out of control.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's ridiculous, man. That's to me, that's borderline trying to like. That's how I feel about Uber Eats and DoorDash at times, especially
Yes.
when you at home. Like if you at home, you trying to DoorDash something, and next thing you know, you paying like $60 for some wings. You just like, man, let me get my lazy ass up and just drive the wing stop or whatever and get my
Ain't
wings.
nobody that far away from Wingstop that they can't just drive there, man.
Yeah, I'm like, man, like when you add all that shit up, man, that shit get up to about $60. You like, man, like, nah, this is ridiculous, man. Like, I understand if you at work or something, you can't go nowhere, but dog, like, nah, that's crazy, man.
Nah, for real, man. Black Ben on Twitch said, I only have one fan, but I plan on getting another one during the summer. Oh, this is Dochi's account, their burner account. Is this Megan Thee Stallion's burner Twitch account, man? What's going on?
Wow, no.
Anthony Bauer says, Goat Talk is back. Can't wait to rewatch the whole thing. God bless y'all. Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. So yeah, the whole pre-order thing with gaming in general has just gotten insane, man. These games, they're releasing a new Nintendo Switch and the games are $80 now. It's just everything's taking too long to come out. They just delayed Grand Theft Auto 6, was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, 2026. I kind of
May 2026.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it wasn't gonna come out, man, because you ain't see nothing from it really.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, nah, they usually milk the hell out of this shit, man. So I'm like, man, maybe like I surprised it was supposed to come out this year, but they delayed it. That's probably the only game where I'm like, man, I might pre-order that game just because so I could be ready to play it. But everything else, man, nah, I'm cool. What games are you playing now? Are you playing anything now?
I was playing that new Silent Hill a while back. I never did finish it. I was close to the end. I got to finish that soon. I got a PC. I'll be playing some stuff on it, but I can't really think of anything by name. I got some stuff for the Switch I'll be playing. I'll be playing old games too. Like there was an RPG called Suikoden that I played when I was a kid, and they re-released that, so I've been playing that again. But yeah, nothing really new, man. Nothing I can think of. It's not a whole lot coming out that I'm too excited about right now. Honestly, games take too long to come out in general.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, it used to be like every month something new on PS2 was dropping.
Yeah.
You got NFL 2K, Madden, whatever year, NBA 2K. You had a new Grand Theft Auto every couple years. You had a new fighting game, new Tekken or something, some Street Fighter shit. Something dope always was coming out on PS2.
Yeah.
Now it's like you find a dope game, you play it for a while, and then it's just you ain't got nothing to play for the rest of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
Until something else comes out that you might want to play, but
yeah,
it's rough, man.
Yeah, I've been playing God of War.
That's a good game. Doug, have you played Last of Us 2 yet?
Not yet.
Just go ahead and play the game.
Yeah, all right, I'm about
you to play it.
All right,
you to play it.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I did beat the first one, so I'm gonna buy it.
Get Last of Us 2, man. I know the second season of the show has started.
Yeah.
So I think all the spoilers are kind of out there at this point. Everybody knows what happens to old Joel.
Yeah. Are you watching it?
Nah.
Because I just seen the first episode. So I was wondering because I seen a lot of people say they seen episode 2 and they out on it already. They say that was the best episode ever, but they also say they're out on it. So I'm like, damn, did they? Because I knew they killed them off in the game. So I'm like, they killed them off already? I thought they had a little more juice or a little more juice to squeeze out the lemon.
Nah, I mean, it's not really spoiling, but it happens very early in the game.
Yeah.
It happens like in the first couple hours. And the whole game is kind of bent on trying to get revenge and shit. So I think the thing with me, man, I like the game so much that when I watch the TV show, I'm just going to compare it to the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, this ain't the same. I don't feel the same like it. I think it's better if you haven't played the game and watched the show because you can just appreciate it for what it is. And then you play the game, you're like, oh, this is fire.
Yeah.
But I think when you play the game and then watch the show, you're just going to notice what's missing. Kind of like when you read a book and then watch a movie. that it's based on. You're just gonna notice the things that are missing, and it's not gonna hit the same because you're like, why didn't they put this in the movie? Why didn't they do this? And it's not gonna feel the same.
Yeah,
So,
just like in the I think the season 1 Last of Us, they had the gay scene.
yeah, that was something brand new they added.
Where we was just like, what was this? and we instantly compared it to the game, like, oh no, in the game, it wasn't like that at all. So yeah.
Yeah, the gay guy was in it, but it wasn't, they didn't go into his whole backstory. It was just something you kind of just knew from the stuff you collected and saw. But they really had a whole episode dedicated to it on the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I was going to say something, but I forgot. You said you haven't seen Sinners yet. The show Black America is going crazy for, or the movie Black America is going crazy for.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point now. Like, I got to black out everything I see because at first, like when I seen the preview, I'm like, okay. And then I want to say that first weekend or week when everybody seen it, everybody's like, "Oh, this is the best movie." Da, 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 da. Now it's time, like everybody letting it soak in. Now other people seeing it. Now they like, "Oh, this shit overrated," or "I don't see what y'all saw in this." So it's kind of making me like, maybe I shouldn't see it. But I'm gonna go on and see it.
Yeah, it always hurts when people overrate something or get too hyped because it kind of. And this is what I think happened with our buddy Landry and The Godfather. When he saw The Godfather, he talks about how it's not that great. It is. I think you only say that because you were told how great it is so many times that nothing's going to impress you.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing happens with movies. When everybody talks about how good a movie is and how great it is and how it's one of the best movies ever, you're going to watch it more critically than you would if you just went in blind.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, this is good. But then when people hype it up, you're like, okay, it wasn't that good. Y'all kind of glazed it a little too much. And I think that's probably what's going to happen with this movie, man. People probably over glazing it right now, but I'm sure it's good. Ryan Coogler is a good director.
Yeah.
And it has a good cast. So I'm going to watch it eventually. I was going to watch it on my birthday, but the theater was still packed, man. There was like no seats really open. So I was like, I'll wait.
Damn.
And I think it's died down now that Thunderbolts is coming out, the new Marvel movie. So I'm probably going to watch it like probably the weekend or next week. So I'll eventually see it.
Yeah. Did you, speaking of movies, did you see that, that movie, that Jordan Peele movie called Him?
No, I didn't.
You want to see the trailer?
Yeah. Is it already out?
No, it's not out. This is one of the movies that come out, I want to say in August or something.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny because this trailer dropped right during the hype of the Sinners movie. I'm like, is he trying to shit on Ryan Coogler a little bit?
Yeah, you only have one black movie at a time, man. Can't have two.
Yeah, we can't have no too many woke movies like this. But let me see if I can find this.
And Matt on YouTube says, unless it's a remaster and I know it's good, I can't spend money on a pre-order because it's such an unknown. Yeah, with games, you never know, too. There could be glitches and stuff, and there's some games that have been hyped up and they come out and it's a mess when it's released. So it's a gamble if you just pre-order something blind.
Yeah, no, that's true. Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right, here's the trailer to it's a show, a movie called Him with Jordan Peele and somebody else as the directors or whatever.
All right.
Do you want this? I said, do you want this? If you want to transcend the game, you have to dig deep. Your mind and your body have to be in sync. Talent is how hard you're willing to work. No days off. No sleep. We grind. I'm never good enough. I'm never good enough. That's how great people think. So you're gonna have to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice? This ain't a fucking game, man. This is everything.
You want this. What are you willing to sacrifice? You fucking say it! Say it! Say it! Everything! And show me.
I don't really know what to think about that, man. It seemed like he was gonna make some kind of football movie, and then again got into some David Lynch type abstract shit. I don't know, man. I don't think. It looks interesting. I like weird movies, man. I do like strange, weird, crazy horror movies. So I will check it out. But I don't know. I don't know what any of that meant. Marlon Wayans in it was, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a couple comments on this while I saw this. So first of all, I can't take Marlon Wayans playing serious in anything, man. Like
he was good in Requiem for a Dream. And that was a serious movie. Yeah.
I feel like every time I see him playing in something serious, I just want to laugh. Like him playing, you know how you see a comedian that's always goofy?
Yeah.
And then when they being serious, you just want to laugh because you think they being goofy with it. I just like every time I see him, I just want to crack up. Like, man, what is you doing, man? But the other thing is, I was cracking up. I see somebody make a comment about this trailer, and they said this is based off of CJ Stroud going to the Michael Rubin party.
I mean, he kind of looks like CJ without the braids, man. I don't know. Or the hair extension. I don't know, man. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I think I can take Marlon Wayans seriously because he's older now. Now, young Marlon Wayne was tough to take seriously in any kind of role. But him as an older guy, I think I could get with it. One guy I can never take seriously is Chris Rock. I could never, no matter what he's in, like just the way his voice sounds, it sounds like he's about to crack a joke. They put him in that Saw movie. And I was like, Chris Rock in a horror movie? I can't do it, man. Chris Rock, nah, I can't take him seriously in any kind of role. I think he was in Empire. Wasn't he trying to be like a serious dude? Come on, man. It ain't gonna work with him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see it either, man. But yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to see that movie, man.
It looks interesting. I'll say that much. I want to see it, but I don't know. We'll see how it is. Matt says, Fig, didn't you or Reggie mention this movie on 610 recently? I'm not sure what kind of horror sports movie that is supposed to be, but I may watch it out of curiosity.
Yeah, I did bring it up. I mentioned to Reggie and Lopez, like, hey, I think we should do a little family out and go see the sports movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is a sports talk station, so we need to. And Lopez was like, yeah, nah, I'm out on this one. Nah.
I have a feeling the sports stuff is only going to be like in the first quarter of the movie, or maybe first half, and it's going to get really weird.
Yeah, nah. I mean, they tried to label this as like a sports thriller, but this is a thriller, man. Sports is just the background of this is what gets you in. This is just a whole different setting.
So, is this the only type of movie Jordan Peele is going to make?
He's stuck in that box, man.
I would like not saying he's bad at it. Of course, this is I guess where he feels like the most comfortable. But I would like to see him make like an action movie or something more fun at some point, or maybe a drama. I don't know. But now, what are the bets that this is going to have some kind of racial element to it? That's throughout the whole movie, and people are gonna pick out, oh, this actually meant what the Emancipation Proclamation was on this day, and you see it in the background. Well, see, like there's gonna be some bullshit like that in this movie, you know it.
Yep. Yeah, I never forget how the other movie. What's the other movie? The first movie he did was
Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah, it was a bunch of. That was the first movie I ever saw where they told me to go watch a YouTube, and they was gonna point out everything in the movie. I had never watched a movie like that before.
Yeah.
Where they actually pointed out the clues and all that shit. Where it was just like, oh yeah, right there, he was picking cotton. I was just like, what? But no, I think it's definitely gonna be this in that movie. They got Jordan Peele in that box, man. Like, you got to keep making shit like that.
And I think it's annoying. Like, on occasion, it's fun to watch a movie and then see all the stuff you missed. But I think too many movies do that now. These Easter eggs, the Marvel stuff is crazy with it. You have a trailer come out, and then somebody make a 3-hour video dissecting the trailer. See, this is actually this, and it's gonna be this, a throwback to this. Enough of that, man. The worst was the movie, that Christopher Nolan movie with Denzel's son, Tenet.
Oh, Tenet, yeah.
Dog, you had to take a class to understand that movie, man. That movie made no sense unless you read somebody's description on like Reddit or a YouTube video breaking it down. Because I'm like, what the fuck is? Look, I pay attention to movies. I can take a complex plot, but I didn't know what the fuck was happening after a certain point in that movie, man. It was too much. And you gotta, if people are like, it's actually a really good movie, you just gotta understand what's happening. You gotta read this and know, like, I ain't got time for that, dog.
Why do I gotta do that to enjoy it?
Either it's good or it's not.
Yeah.
I don't feel like attending a college course on a movie to understand it and understand that it's good. I should know if it's good on first watch.
Yeah.
And if I'm just confused and don't know what's going on, then something went wrong, man.
Yeah. How you feel about that movie now? Do you feel like it's just kind of a little bit overrated or not?
What, Tenet?
Yeah. Because I feel like that movie is popping up on the timeline now, where they like, this is actually one of Chris Nolan's best movies.
I thought it sucked, and I think it still sucks, man. And now Interstellar, I've seen people kind of go back on that, and I know it got re-released in IMAX. And look, I can defend that. I didn't like how the movie ended, but I thought up until the ending, it was a great movie. And that movie was confusing too, but it was understandable enough to where you knew what was going on. You can tell.
Yeah.
Now Tenet just took it too far. It took it too far, man. The whole rewinding time and going back and going forward, I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he took it too far with that one. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. I don't know how that is, but yeah, I think he went too far with you have to know the parallel dimensions and the this and that. Yeah. I ain't got time for that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
Are you gonna go see Thunderbolts?
Honestly, I don't know, man.
I thought your wife was really into Marvel.
We were, man. It seemed like Marvel been kind of slipping. I don't know if did you see the new was it Captain America?
No, I didn't. Was that good?
I didn't really care for it, man. I didn't care for it. Now I felt bad because I felt like a lot of people said it was really good, and Anthony Mackie did a really good job in it. I just felt like it was kind of I don't want to say pointless, because I know that people be like, oh, Ashley is connects with this and setting up that. Like, I'm not trying to get into all that, but it was kind of confusing, man. It was like I wasn't sitting up in my seat watching that movie, man. I was just kind of just sitting there waiting for it to end, man. And I didn't really understand the red Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
like they actually gave that up already in the preview. They showed it in the preview, so you already knew what it was. But I actually thought that was the real Incredible Hulk at that time. but when they showed how it happened, I was just like, what's the purpose of this? Like, I don't know. I just didn't understand it. I left that movie theater like, why they do this, or why they do? I was just like, But people tried to make it a little racial, saying, oh, support a black Captain America and all this other stuff. I'm just like, man, like, I don't know. I feel like the movie it didn't really hit like people thought it was going to hit.
Yeah, it just didn't look that good to me, man. Anthony Mackie, I'm sorry. I have nothing against him. He seemed like a good dude. I've seen the interviews with him.
And out to New Orleans too, man.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Well, I have nothing against him personally, but I don't think he's like a leading man actor. He's not a Denzel. He's not a Chadwick Boseman. He's not somebody that can carry a movie by himself off his star power.
Yeah.
And when I saw him, he's going to get his own movie as Captain America. I'm like, I can skip it. I saw the show with him on Disney Plus, and I thought it was kind of mid. So I wasn't really excited for his movie. I'm glad he got one, but it just didn't look that good to me. And I can't stand looking at his face for 2 hours. And that little that smile you do. Yeah, that little weird smirk he got. I can't do it, man. Now, Thunder, I did see Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool and however you say it, Deadpool and Wolverine. And I like that. I saw it I didn't see it in the theater. Actually, I did see it in the theater. I went to after work. But I like that movie. I thought it was good for a watch, Plus, I was a old school X-Men movie fan. So I like to see everybody come back with that and all the stuff they did. I thought it was nice. Blade as Wesley Snipes. I like that. He came back. So I like the things they did in that movie. And I was happy they got kind of a send-off. But then they're bringing them back for this new Avengers thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I liked Deadpool and Wolverine.
Did you see they once again, this ain't surprising, but once again they canceled making the Blade?
Yeah, that movie is.
They might as well bury that movie right now, man, for the time being.
I think they're eventually going to make it, but at this point, I think Marshalla and everybody involved is just not going to do it at this point. Because how long are you supposed to wait for that movie to get made, man?
Yeah,
they're gonna move on. But I just don't understand why is it so hard to make a Blade movie.
Yeah.
Why they gotta overthink this shit? And I'm sure it was some goofy shit they were trying to do with here. I heard rumors about them making it more about his daughter who was gonna take over and all this shit. I'm like, man, just give us a movie, a good action movie with a nigga killing vampires. All right, that's all we really want in these movies. Just a fun time and a good action movie. You ain't gotta overcomplicate it with these weird themes and whatnot. Just give us a cool movie to watch. But for some reason, this is the one Marvel movie that never got made. They made 3 Ant-Man movies.
With T.I.
2 Black Panther movies. You can't make a Blade, a movie that was already successful before the MCU.
Yeah.
You can't make a new Blade movie of the easiest. Yeah, they were begging for it.
People was begging for that movie.
This is the one movie that made the most sense for them to make, and they couldn't make it. It's insane to me. I don't get it.
I think they might as well just stick to putting Wesley Snipes in these cameos, these Marvel cameos.
You might as well
just call it a day, man. I don't know if he can hold down another Blade movie. I don't think they want him to, but they might as well just keep doing what they doing now, man. Just make an appearance in the Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley Snipes is 60 years old, and it becomes an issue when you have a vampire who's not supposed to age, that you have a 60-year-old man playing him. But then again, Marshalla is like, he's up there now, too. I think he's almost 50, maybe?
Yeah.
Or in his mid-40s. So you got a case where 2 old people going to play Blade, who's like a vampire who don't age. So they might just have to recast it and start from scratch. I don't know. But we'll see. I don't know what Disney's doing anymore, man. They're tripping with this MCU shit.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we missed, man? Anything else we're gonna talk about?
I don't know if you saw this, but I want to say Diddy apparently rejected the plea deal.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to give him 5 years, and he rejected that. So
damn.
I guess he willing to go to trial, man.
I mean, he might have a strong case. I don't know.
Yeah. How you felt? Did you keep up with the ASAP Rocky trial?
Somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah. Are you surprised he actually got off?
Kind of, yeah, because it seemed like they kind of had a lot of evidence on him. His own man snitched on him.
Yeah, I was surprised at that, man. I was surprised he got off. When I think I heard he rejected the plea deal too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the is wrong with you? Like, dog, you facing 23 years or some shit. And I actually tapped in the time they was giving the sentence. They was about to come up with the verdict. When he said not guilty, I'm like, what? I thought it was a rap for him, man. I just knew it was a wrap for him. I was shocked he got off on that.
Rihanna pulled them strings, man.
Mhm.
All that Illuminati shit done came in handy for him.
Yeah, he better be a good house husband or whatever,
Oh
man.
yeah, for sure he is, man. Now he's finally gonna release his album. I've
Yeah.
heard. So
Mhm.
we'll see. Also, Young Thug was freed.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
right.
he was gonna do jail time. He just got like a lifetime probation, basically.
Yeah.
But he's not in jail, man. He skipped prison.
Man, I
And he's
thought
already making music.
after a while, I was like kind of keeping up with that case a little bit. I'm like, man, he might get off for real because it seemed like that case was a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like that was some shit that like we always joke around about the show Power and how all that bullshit be happening. It seemed like an episode of Power, man. Like I couldn't believe all the shit that was happening in that case and end up getting off.
Yeah, and now people are disappointed because the lawyer who helped get him off or at least probation went to the Diddy case. And it really makes you think about what people consider like good crimes and bad crimes.
Yeah.
Because running a gang and ordering hits on people,
killing people, man.
Yeah, having people killed is okay. Free him. But when you're Diddy and having freak offs, which I don't even think he's charged. I think he's charged with a RICO.
Yeah, no, he's charged with a RICO.
Yeah, but he got to go burn in hell and go to jail for life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're both criminals, man.
Yeah.
I don't really get the moral stance between them, but okay.
I am shocked with Diddy that they not even giving them no type of bail or anything, man. That part right there seemed kind of fishy.
Yeah,
he been in jail for a minute now.
Yeah.
And it felt like, shoot, it had to be around the time we stopped doing a podcast. It had to be about 8 months, 7, 8 months. And it seemed like they just holding them there, man. Like they not giving them no bail or anything. They done gave other people bails that did, I'm not trying to compare crimes, but worse shit. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening with that, man.
Probably thought he was a flight risk. They didn't want to Diddy bop his way out to Bali, wherever Russell Simmons went.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't want him to skip out and go to Bali or someplace that ain't got no extraction. He might go to Russia, man. Fuck it. War-torn Russia might be better than prison and wherever he's going. So, I don't know, man. In other court news, Tay-K, who already had like a 35-year sentence, got 55 years added on with his other murder trial.
Yeah. You see how his family celebrated?
Yes.
Which I kind of understand it because he had the death penalty on the table, where I guess at least he is spending the rest of his life in jail, and he won't, get the chair or anything like that. But I thought that was that was a little bit strange.
Yeah. Maybe she just misunderstood and thought that was the whole murder charge.
Yeah.
So maybe she just misunderstood what it meant. But I mean, she'll probably be dead by the time he gets out. I know there's parole and all that, but I don't think he'll be out. I don't think he'll be even eligible for 30 plus years. So I don't know, man.
I feel like getting time like that is worse than just getting a regular 25 to life.
Yeah.
Because when somebody get 80 years or some shit, it's just like, man, it's no way in hell I'm gonna complete this whole 80 years. But if you get like a 25 to life, that sound a little, for some reason, that sound a little lighter. But nah, he ain't. Yeah, she definitely gonna be. His mom definitely gonna be gone by the time he get out. I don't even think he gonna be living that long, man. Because he's got to be in his early 20s now.
Mid-20s, I think. He's been in jail for a long ass time, like since like 2017.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's been in for a minute. He looked completely different too.
Yeah,
he looks completely different, man.
Yeah. So nah, he ain't. If he get out, he'll be what? Almost 90 years old.
Yeah. Well, I think he'll be first. I think
if he get out.
Yeah, I think it's served concurrently with his current one. So I think he'll be eligible in like 30 something years, but he'll still be old as fuck So
nah, he
yeah,
ain't getting out on the streets again.
geriatric. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's giving somebody hope a little bit in there, but he ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, he probably won't even get parole, man. I heard he got a whole gang up in there, so yeah, he's entrenched.
Yeah.
Bravo on Twitch. What's going on, man? He says, "What up, gang? What's going on, Bravo?
What's
we missed
up,
you
man?
too, bro.
What's happening, man?
Yeah, we had the whole gang here. I saw Tab in the pre-chat. I didn't see him in the actual chat, but shout out to Tab, of course, man. Our day one homie.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that might cover it for the jail section of the podcast. I know we're missing a lot of stuff, but honestly, I don't think we have time to cover everything we missed. We just tried to hit the big things.
Yeah, just catching up, to be honest.
I see Azalea Banks pumping up that new Kanye Hitler song, so not surprising there.
Yeah.
Doug, you know what's really annoying?
What?
I listened to the Bully thing he has on YouTube, like the album I guess he dropped, but I don't even know if it's finished. I don't think it's finished yet. But I listen to some songs, man, and I can't say he's washed.
Really?
he still has some songs, man. The first song, Preacher Man, I thought was really good. He's rapping over the soul samples again. I'm like, damn, this is what he should have been doing instead of that bullshit with Ty Dolla $ign. But honestly, as annoying as it is, I think he still has the ability to make good music, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that he's crashing out and destroying his career. Like, you can't even stream this Hitler song that he's doing. Like, where's he gonna release it? You gotta release it on CD and sell it out his car or something.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna be on Apple Music.
Yeah, nah, this is it's crazy because you can't really deny the music like that, but just all the outside bullshit makes you not even want to listen to them, because this is the first time ever I want to say I didn't run to a Kanye West album.
Yeah.
Like usually, like even through the Jesus is Lord or Jesus is King, I went to that. I went to all the other stuff after that. This one, I'm just kind of like, like I ain't trying to. I don't feel like. First of all, I don't feel like trying to find it.
Yeah.
Like I ain't trying to go on YouTube and is this it or is this AI and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, this is the first time I really was impressed to try to go find this album.
Yeah, in general, since Vultures 2, I pretty much skipped all that, and yeah, I don't really care for. But I'm just saying he still has the ability to make good music, which is annoying. I wish he was completely washed so I could hate him. But he still has the ability to make some good music. It's just wants to just destroy his whole career, and it is what it is. It's really unfortunate because I really feel like of all the rappers that could have had a Super Bowl show, his would have been the best.
Yeah.
Kanye made arena music, man. And I think him in the halftime show would have been amazing, but we'll never see that.
Nah,
it's never going to happen.
You can't take that chance. Like, even if it was me, let's say I was running the show and I could hire anybody I wanted to do halftime show, I'm not taking the chance on Kanye West, man.
Motherfucker gonna put a swastika on the big ass scoreboard or something, man. You know he gonna do something crazy. You can't trust it. You can't put a mic in his hand.
He gonna come out with a KKK outfit.
I'm evil.
Yeah.
I'm evil. Okay, man.
Slavery was a choice. Like, oh man. Hell, I don't know about just putting Lil Wayne up there, man. Like, just kind of nervous on, because this is big stage, and I think Lil Wayne could kill it, but it's just all about, man, like, is he gonna be there on time? Is he gonna go off script and all this other stuff? I would be nervous over that.
Yeah, the Lil Wayne thing, the whole debate about that was really annoying to me because early Lil Wayne, this is not even Carter 3 or Carter 4 Lil Wayne. Yeah. This is a Wayne that's completely washed up, man. I'm sorry. The drugs have cooked his brain and his voice, and he cannot perform on a big stage like that. It's just can't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate they never got it, but I don't really care. Honestly, he's made enough money and hasn't really. I asked my girl who lives in New Orleans, who grew up a Wayne fan. I asked her, she gave a shit. She's like, no, because he don't do nothing for New Orleans. So why should New Orleans care that he's not performing at the Super Bowl or the halftime show when he don't do nothing? He only rep the city when this happens. But if he's a fucking Packers fan. He don't even support the football team.
He's a Packers fan. He been living in Miami for years. So I don't know, man.
He don't rep New Orleans unless something big is happening there, and he just wants to attach his name because everybody attaches him to New Orleans. But he ain't been in there for a long time, man.
Hell, I'll put Currency up there before, man. I feel like Currency is more New Orleans.
Yep.
Yeah, hell, I was in New Orleans a couple weeks ago. I actually went to Currency store.
Okay.
I got me a nice little shirt, Jet Life.
That's dope.
Jet Life stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Lil Wayne just been so disconnected from New Orleans for years, man.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yep. And he always act like he don't know what's going on too. I saw he did an interview. And he was talking about he didn't know about the Kendrick Drake beef. He was singing Not Like Us, and he was like, he didn't even know that was a Kendrick song.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man.
Did you see he also in that same interview, he did not know that Jay-Z and Kanye did the album?
Yeah, which
he had to be lying.
He definitely was lying. Number one, he says Jay-Z's his favorite rapper.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you got to be in tune with his daily activities, but there's no way you didn't know Kanye and Jay-Z. And then they pulled up proof that he knew it. Because he was supposed to have an album with Drake, but he didn't want to compare it to the Kanye and Jay-Z album.
Yeah.
Said just Captain. Yeah, he is definitely lying. I think the reason he does that is because he don't want to answer any kind of question that's not about him or what he's doing.
Yeah, he's not a great interview. Somebody to interview.
Yeah, he's
like
you don't know anything that's going on in the world.
Yeah, you better off just talking sports with him, man.
Yeah,
you get more answers doing that.
And it's crazy. Like, even if you only watch ESPN and Sports Center all day, you're gonna know about the Kendrick and Drake beef and Not Like Us because they were talking about it there too.
Yeah,
how you gonna act like get up there and act like you didn't know Not Like Us was a Kendrick song and then you didn't know it was a Drake diss?
Yeah.
All right, man. Whatever you say, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
We gotta check the Rockett score, man. Do we still have hope?
Right now it's 53-48 halftime. Rockets up.
Okay, I'm liking it. I mean, that means nothing in the NBA and how it is right now, but you could be up 20 at halftime and it don't need a damn thing in the third quarter. So yeah, but we'll see. I'm holding on to hope, man. It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, let me see how much what Jalen Green doing. Jalen Green got 7 points.
Hey, man.
2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 for 3. Fred VanVleet 10 points. Shagun 8 points. Okay.
You need more. I'm gonna go Shaq mode from now on. Whenever I hear a stat line, we need more. We need more.
Yeah, they just need to bring this game back to the crib, man. The weird thing about this series, I forgot the Rockets was the 2 seed, man.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like, oh shit, if they win this game tonight, they coming back home.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought Golden State just had the home court advantage.
Because it doesn't feel like
it don't feel like it at all.
Yeah, it don't feel like the Rockets are the high seed.
No,
I guess it's just because of how we view the Warriors.
Yeah,
they've always been good.
A lot of people picked the Warriors to win this series.
Most people did.
Before even started, yeah.
Which again proves that the regular season don't mean a damn thing, man. They got to either shorten games or figure something out, because what's the point if you the 3 seed Lakers get damn near swept by the Timberwolves? Yeah. And you're the Rockets. I mean, they're doing better now, but yeah, they weren't even the favorites in this as being the 2 seed in the West, which was a tough conference to be a 2 seed in.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. This is Adam Silver's league, though. So what can you do?
Yeah.
That might cover it, man. It's been 3 hours, our typical podcast length.
Yeah.
So Very happy to be back. Bravo says we're gonna be so much better when we start forcing Jalen to be our guy. But what are you gonna do with him, man? He has to play the way he plays. So are you just gonna hope he eventually becomes that guy, or ship him out, or I don't know?
See, that kind of been the conversation too, man. I think he said stop forcing.
Yeah,
we're gonna be so much better if we stop forcing. I thought you meant start forcing.
I figured he meant stop, but I was wondering, like, what do you mean? How do you stop?
I felt like we been forcing him to be the guy.
Yeah,
but yeah, like like a lot of people saying we need to go on and trade him. I don't think he need to be traded. Like I think he's on a pretty friendly deal. Like I know it's a lot of money, but it's pretty friendly compared to other people that was kind of, getting paid like him too. I just think you need somebody else in the mix. I think if you had somebody else in the mix, he don't have to be the guy that carried the whole team. Mm-hmm. Like, no, he could be that guy that one night he could hit 40 on you, man. And, and that's a good thing, but you also not dependent on him and pissed off when he only give you 12 or 13. So I think he definitely got a role on his team, but I don't think you got to make him be the guy. I think you would have known if he was that type of guy.
I mean, the problem is when he's been at his best, it's been like that. When he tries to be more passive, he just looks weak out there.
Yeah,
and can't really do anything. So that's the tough thing about him, man. You either live how you live and die with him, and right now they're dying with him.
Yeah, I think I kind of look at him as kind of in that ballpark of like a D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
or somebody like that that's really good, or even like I thought about this one, even like an Andrew Wiggins, because Andrew Wiggins was okay. You know what I mean? Like he'd put up some points once in a while and stuff like that. But that's not a guy that's gonna carry a team. like Andrew Wiggins ain't carrying no team to no, championship or taking over like that. He got to have some people around him, somebody that will take over. So and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think like Bravo said, you gotta stop forcing him to be the guy.
I don't know, man. I feel like to take the next step, they gotta really decide what they're going to do with this core. Is it worth keeping them around and just hoping they develop into a championship caliber team? Or is it better to trade guys when they're young and get the max value out of them and get a superstar?
Yeah.
That's a tough question, man. I think naturally we want a superstar. That's what brings people in. That's what's going to sell tickets. That's what gets you excited. But is that the best for the long term? I don't know. It's tough. That's why I'm glad I'm not a GM, man. I ain't got to make these decisions.
Yeah.
Somebody else got to do it and get fired for it.
Yeah. And I kind of put it like this, man. Like, I felt like at one point, Jalen Green was untradeable. It was like, nah, he's off the table. You're not trading him. Now I feel like if somebody said, hey, you got to give me Jalen Green, I'm listening, man. He's not untradeable. Like, so I feel like Şengün, to me, I'm not trading him. I'm not trading Thompson. But as far as like, if I had to get, let's say, a Kevin Durant, but I had to give up Green or whatever, I'm like, all right, let's go.
And look, the Rockets fans, a lot of them are delusional, man. I got to be honest, because in these trades, now I've seen this on Twitter. People are talking about, yeah, we want Durant or Giannis, but we can't trade both Şengün and Thompson. They say they're not negotiable. Both of them can't be traded. Like, dog, you gotta give up one of them at the very least. To get a Giannis right now, you think you can keep Thompson and Şengün? What are you gonna trade? Do you think the Bucks just gonna take whatever?
Yeah, I think the Bucks is a different story, man. I think you will have to give up like a Şengün to get Giannis. Like, first of all, I don't know how they gonna play together because they both tall dudes. So I don't know how well they'll play together. But as far as like Durant, like I think I think Phoenix is just in a fucked up position where they probably should have traded Kevin Durant at the deadline. But now I think they're at the place where they need their first round picks back. And I don't know if they could get the moon, the world and the moon for a 36-year-old Kevin Durant. So they might have to settle with some younger player, like not Amen Thompson or Shagun, but maybe they have to settle for Jalen Green and some other pieces and a bunch of first round picks. Get their first round picks at that. Try to get that back. But as far as Giannis, somebody that's like he's like 31. He's not that old. Like, I think you might need a lot more. I don't think that's a possibility to get him.
Nah. And the Bucks would be stupid if they traded him for peanuts, man. Look, they're gonna get a superstar or a lot of picks at the very least.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You're gonna have to give up a lot to get him.
They got to get one promising player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's gonna be Thompson or Shagun. And I don't think I think they'd let go of Shagun before they let go of Thompson.
Yeah, I might have to. Bravo said trade Jalen Green because he just puts up shots. You just look at it and be like, what the fuck? Yeah. But then again, when they go in, he looks good.
Yeah.
That's the problem, man. Like, I don't think his game really changes a whole lot. It's just sometimes it goes in and it looks good. Sometimes it don't, and he looks horrible.
The problem is he's inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like, one night, like I said, in this playoffs, he had 38. I think the first game he didn't do nothing. Was it the second game he had 38 or something like that? And then the rest of the games was like 9 points, 11 points, and including one of the 4 quarters where he was benched. So that'd be the only issue, man. Like, if he was consistently scoring 21 points, then you can work with that. But dog, like, he ain't showing up, man. So
that's been the story of the whole team. They've been inconsistent. Even though they finished the 2nd seed, they've been inconsistent. They had stretches where they'd win a lot and then they lose 13 in a row. You know, some crazy shit like that. So it's rough, but what can you do, man? We gotta figure something out. Bravo also said he's a Lou Will, J.R. Smith type. Yeah, Lou Will. I think J.R. Smith might be a little. Yeah, I don't think he's that. I think he's more of a Lou Will type. But yeah, speaking of which, I see him a lot on that show he has with Chandler Parsons and Michelle Beadle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that.
That's
always on at the gym when I go to the gym. They have that FanDuel network on, and I always see his dumbass with that's been the most random, terrible lineup of people ever. Michelle Beadle, Chandler Parsons, and Lou Will. Random ass show, man, but whatever. I mean, that might about do it for now, man. I know we've probably missed out on a lot, but look, it's been a long time. We can't touch on everything.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be Jalen Green with this, man. We're gonna be like old times, man.
We gonna.
I'm just glad I got the studio where I could just be at home and do it now, and don't have to run up to the station, be there all night, and all that shit, man. So, yeah, man, we back. We gonna be doing this, man.
Yeah, more consistent, man. No excuse now. We all back at it. I'm in my little place now too. Figgy, shout out to your studio, man. Looks beautiful. I see the game on back there. Hope you don't get copyright stricken.
Yeah.
Some people do that, man. I remember some guy was I think on Twitch streaming some kind of UFC pay-per-view, but he had him and he had his picture and his he had a PlayStation controller in his hand. And he was acting like it was a video game. And some people do that. They'll have like the game in the corner while they stream something and try to like get around streaming a full game on YouTube.
Yeah.
With, I think they kind of they strike that at some point. Matt on YouTube says, glad to hear the boys are back. Looking forward to the next one. Peace, guys. Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate everybody who came through. Show love.
Yeah, we got 238 people on here right now.
Nice. Good to hear. Good to see y'all. Even if y'all ain't say nothing, we still appreciate y'all for watching, man, checking us up and checking up on the podcast. I'm glad y'all thought about us. You know, it does mean a lot. Because like Figgy, I was like, does anybody want us back, man? Should we even loop it back? But I'm glad people showed love and came through. So we do appreciate that.
I was like Money Mitch, like, man, if I leave, will they if I leave the game, would the gang miss me?
Yep, it's that woman hypothetical, man. Like, would you miss me if I died? How long would you mourn me? How long would they mourn me?
Would you get a girlfriend right after? How long will it be until you get somebody else?
Oh man, yeah, they always want to those tough questions where there's no right answer. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, we appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all next time. So until then,
peace.